pictures online are just super tasty.
Yeah,
super tasty looking. So like my mouth waters. I can't have that up anymore. Here, I just basically did like an image search, and liked everything that I saw. So I was trying to remind myself what it looks like, but like there's like all kinds of different versions of it. They all look pretty good. Like that looks pretty tasty. That's on rice. There was one on noodles, but whatever.
Come on, man. Korean food is absolutely fantastic. Marvell back to 300. Yeah. And I hope, I mean, you know, we all went out for a couple drinks last week, and that's what we were talking, and you talked about your brother in Rocket Lab, and all last week we were talking about, you know, getting out of some of those space names. So there,
I told him that night.
Good, man. There it goes, 146 down to 117. There, no surprise for Rocket Lab. Thanks, everybody. It's been a blast. I'll have less hair, believe it or not, next time you see me. Talk to you guys then. Ciao. Midday show is on.
Good luck on the IPO.
Good luck on QNT. Joe's going to crush that one. See ya.
Peace.
RDW's ripping. Greetings and salute. Patience, beautiful people. Welcome to the Midday Show. That's your boy Joey Options. I am Sharif. Durant Gordon's already in the house. So is Notorious Dinkelberg. Says you're joining the brotherhood there, Katina, man. I think it might be kind of your brotherhood over there, Joe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you should just hop in on the gang.
I hate you both. All right, Jacques, Andrew Chow, Custom ATH, 21 sugar-free. I've been sugar-free. I've been sugar-free. No more orange juice.
I told you, bro.
I know. You were right. Crazy dirt weed. Ripping into the show, he said. Durant Gordon.
Get that dirt weed out of here, man.
I know, right? Get that. Yeah, we don't want no bush around here. Ichiro, Jeremy Newman. We got Chrome, 2481. Shout out to Cheers Live. And Ramen Boo? Ramen? I thought that was Ramin for a second. Zen Zombie, Boosted, Red Spot, and Edgar Placido. Probably butchered that, sorry. Good O, 2330. Zen Zombie, we got Ronaldo. Hi, right back at you, brother. Homeless God. I told you, man, God is omnipresent, all right? Happy Coder, we got Jer Bear, Dewey, Grey Worm. Shout out to Mike P. Right there, let's go. John Korb, Randy. We got the OG Bovin. I see Fox Bovin, I see it. You're absolutely right, though. KHTC1PO, Chuck of all trades, Big 40 nephew. What are you laughing at? Edgar, Mr. Love Shack, John Bronson, your boy Joey Options can't stop. My man from the Midwest, D frickin' Westermeyer. Miss you, buddy. We want to see you guys soon, man. It's been a hot minute. Travman, Dean Allen, Joey.
Yes, sir.
Can I do one more?
Yeah.
Which one? We're going to go.
Go with it.
We're going to go. Miguel 360 KMC. Good morning. You composed?
Yeah, you can throw it to me, man. Right. I just think of stuff and then I just start laughing. Like, I love it. Just certain things that people say. Yeah, Blicky and Jesse, those guys are funny. All right, guys. We also have to pay a little credit to our boy Bravely over there on TikTok. Would say King Jong-un in the chat.
Did you know that Bravely's an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, well, I would have suggested or suspected just due to the fact he's always posting stuff and tagging you in it. He just
moved up like 10 notches right there. Like when Juan came over, I didn't really know who Juan was.
Who Juan? Padilla?
Right? No, our Juan, that Juan I'm pointing at right there.
Oh, yeah,
then he's an Arsenal fan. He immediately got upgraded.
Man, that's crazy. All right, man, let's see what we got. We got King Jong-un in the chat.
King Jong-un,
what's up, Bravely? JR. Who else do we have here going on? Ellie, Jobin, JJ. We have JB. Obviously, it's not Don Tolliver. It's Charles Tolliver. Rise and shine. We like that one. We also have Poncho Lopez. What's going on, Poncho? Jad Tinder. I see you in the chat quite often. Jace. And Alfino, Lando News, and Zoe Grizzly Beats. We like that. The reason why I was cracking up, guys, is I was just thinking of a little skit. You guys know Drewski. Drewski. You don't know Drewski? The guy who did the Erica Kirk impersonation and then got in big trouble. Well, she didn't like it anyway. You've never seen it, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, but like, why do we have to tippy-toe around Erica Kirk?
Well, I mean,
tippy-toeing around people as a general rule. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? Some people, unfortunately, but anyways, this guy comes in and he's of the gangster type there, Sharif, and he's like, yeah, I'm just here for the opportunity. And Drewski says, spell opportunity. And he says,
it was all over after that, wasn't it?
It was OPP. That's all he could get through, and then he kicked him out. All right, guys, enough is enough. Let's see what we got going on here. I am not short IBIT. That is Katina Man's position
Who you call
there.
Left wing, bro. Don't call me ever left wing, Paulie. Call me left wing.
Yeah, what's up with that? Get ball bag, get out of here, buddy. Anyways, let's see what we got here. STI, 450%. Sharif, I was raving about this thing here bright and early this morning. Scalp City on this one. Scalp City, Scalp City, $15, and then we scalp all the way up 35 to 38. So that's what we got rocking and rolling. Then we also have FOXX. Not the racing or the dirt bike stuff, but a little scalp on that. But that's all we have really on our radar. We have Meta climbing higher here today, so we're keeping our eye on that bad boy. We can't breach 640. That's going to be right around this pivot, 645, but a couple of strong sessions back to back here for META. We like what we're seeing. It's unfortunate. There we go. Now we're starting to find somewhat of a recovery here in NVDA. I told Travman for real to send this thing all the way to an all-time high. He said, all right, Joe, hold my beer. We'll get back to that momentarily. But we are starting to see a little bit of a recovery here in DRAM after that gap down. SanDisk not too far off of its all-time high. And then we also have MU starting to find somewhat of a recovery after that bottom. I didn't hear anything in my ear, but did you get it?
I didn't get it, but
okay, there
I
we
think
go.
We all heard it, yeah.
All right, let's send things over to Adara.
Some back-to-back headlines that are pretty interesting here. So on one hand, I'm seeing a headline here saying that Iran is saying that it continues to support, quote, resistance in Palestine. At the same time, Scott Bessent saying that the Iran conflict has been halted. So lots of back and forth here. Not too much of a move, but just be aware Scott Bessent until is testifying in front of the House Committee. I believe it's the House Ways and Means Committee. If I get any more details from that, I'll let you know. But we're still hearing, of course, from Iran as well. Keep an eye on SHOP. They're partnering up with Manus AI, which of course is now Meta, was at one point trying to acquire them. So keep an eye here on SHOP. Back to you.
Yeah, okay.
Sharif, I know you got some small cappers on the name. Sure. FOXX was looking pretty good. We're now south of VWAP, so that might not be in play. But we always got to keep our eye on STI. You're up 444%. I wouldn't be surprised if buyers step in at some point.
Bang, man. Yeah, STI in a bit of a downtrend, but your boy Joey Options had a hell of a trade on it this morning. So we're going to do, you know, an imaginary hat tilt there and say chapeau to your boy Joey Options, who has been absolutely diversifying his game. As of late, you saw him trade a bunch of small caps yesterday, and more pleased I could not be about that whole thing. It's nice to have somebody on here trading small caps with you.
Can I say something
just
real quick before you get into it?
Yeah.
Listen, I would classify myself as, and you know what, it's unfortunate that I'm in like year 4.5 of this trading journey. Yeah. I really like the moment. What it really drags me and attracts me to these names is the momentum. It's just like literally like
fantastic?
It's my style, right? Yeah. Like quick moves, quick. It's either it's gonna work, no like waiting. Some of these heavier cap names with like NVDA where you need a lot of cash to move the price.
There's this guy. He trades small caps.
Yeah.
You may have heard of him. I don't know.
CR.
No. Yeah. He has this saying: breakout or bailout. And that's basically exactly what you just said there, but this sounds a lot cooler, breakout or bail.
I like that one.
Who knows about that, huh? Who knows about in the chat? Marvell is ripping, by the way. Marvell is up like $1 zillion off the low, so I'm not gonna trade it, but something to keep an eye on there because I just had it on the side. So MRVL is in Rip City, Rip City. Now, I'm in NEXR. This is putting in a gnarly bull flag. So I tried to take the breakout, small shares at the top, small shares into 190, big shares here into 170. Looking for a hold of this bull flag pattern, all right? So we've got a consolidative pattern on NEXR. It's up a very respectable 71.5%. The trade ends for me if it loses a 1025 bar, the low of which is 155. It's showing me 176, 177. I've got 181 on right now. I feel good about the trade just because it's a stair stepper. What the hell do I mean by stair stepper? And I don't mean habitual line stepper in the way that Neil means it. And if you know Chappelle Show, then you know about that. Actually, it's not even from Chappelle Show. It is. It's from the Charlie Murphy episode. My bad. So 130 level resistance in the pre. We get the breakout, I think like 15 minutes, 20 minutes after the opening bell, right at that 9:45, 9:50 candle. All hell breaks loose. We've been putting in marginally higher lows over here. It's nothing to write home about in terms of higher lows, but we are putting in a bull flag pattern. And so I'm just trying to buy the low end of the range and take this one possibly through too. Again, I stop out below the low of this candle again, which is 155. The low of the candle is 156. I'll take it out at 155. That's NXR, okay? I'm also looking at some other good ones here. RDW, and by the way, RDW has a leveraged play if you guys are interested. RDWU, and it's done 3.77 million shares. The spread is mid-teens to high single digits. That may not appease a lot of people, so for those whom it does not appeal to, you can trade RDW, which is a 22.45, pardon me, high. And I'm liking the look of this one's jib a lot. You're getting, you know, every now and again, I want to say 10:15, 10:20, then again here. Okay, so every 45 minutes to half an hour, you're getting a touch onto the 10 EMA. So that could be your entry technique here into RDW. Very strong on the day. Don't see exactly how much it's up. That's 20 and a third percent here, so not bad. I'm also keeping an eye here on EDHL. Look, this one has a tendency to make intraday highs and then drop. We've seen that a lot with small cap gappers as of late. The point though is it's respecting support here at around 5.25. That 5.25 level was a resistance range. 5.25 to about 5.5. That was the pre-market bright and early at 7:30, 7:25. It clears that, but I want to point out that it had trouble clearing it initially, which gives it more credence as a level of resistance. But the deal is now we need that 5.25 to act as support, and so far so freaking good. What we need to see though is a nice clearing through 5.75, perhaps even 6, to get back on our horse and get into that 7.25, which is the high of the day, 718 technical high. So EDHL chart pattern not too bad, but do not put your myopic blind whatever fold on, or I butchered that. But point is, there's a whole bunch of downtrends over here on this one. So even though it's finding support at a key level, it doesn't mean that it's all gravy, okay? ASTI also looking pretty fantastic. This one absolutely got shellacked yesterday, but to put it into context, it had a fantastic day the day prior. So it's a little zig, a little zag. Today we're zigging. Yesterday we zagged, okay? 854 high with a 690 close from yesterday. ASTI. Okay, Joey? ASTI. And then we got ABSI, which looked like a buy program right from the jump, right at 9:30 there. It's dilly-dallying with 7. But as always, guys, if there are better small cap gappers that I didn't mention, I'd love for you to tag me. You guy 33 is telling me to look at BlackBerry. FOXX and STI could lose their spot, and STI is halted down. There's blood in the street right now in STI. It's halted down at 24.31. But let's take a look at BlackBerry. Oh, I'm printing. Oh, I'm not quite printing yet, but I'm back in the money.
Oh, I was good, bro. I was just about to say NEXR, man.
Yeah, well,
you're in that. You're in that big dog.
All right, let's take a quick look here at BlackBerry. What do we got? BlackBerry's been good lately, Joey. Have you seen
man.
this?
I'm off the
I might have to get into BlackBerry in the swing here.
In the swinging, eh?
It keeps putting in these patterns, yeah. So 5-minute chart on BlackBerry looks pretty good as well. There it goes through 10.5, taking out the high of the day. The new HOD is 10.63. BlackBerry's got a bull flag pattern. Resistance likely to be encountered at 11, given that the whole dollar obviously is a typical area of resistance. But I also want to mention that it featured in the aftermarket, not yesterday, but the day prior, that $11 area. So BlackBerry should be in focus here for those who want to trade, you know, a cheaper momentum name and one that's had pretty good look lately. Fluffy, CDTG halted. Say less, Fluffy. CDTG.
STI back open.
STI back open, Joey? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fluffsters, I know you and Casey, man, I don't know what it is, but they're really good with these, let me tell you. Low volume, Fluffy, 20,300 shares. Sure, it's halted. It's up 22.5%. This is her world and Casey 526's world. I don't know how they do it, but they're obviously very good at picking these ones out. Not really my cup of tea, but we'll keep an eye on that one. Thank you, Fluffy. Oh, wow. CD, did it open? Fluffy. It opened and it ripped from 850 and it's gonna halt at 970 here. So I think we're in a halt perimeter already, Fluffy. We print money, that's what I wanna hear, Fluffsters. Get it, woman. Good luck, Fluffy. I think you're about to print some more here unless you you don't take some out. So CDTG ripping to the high side. Joseph.
Yes, sir. I believe we're going off to a Dara.
Oh, my bad. I didn't hear it.
It's all right.
HSBC to the downside, facing some accusations in a French investigation concerning embezzled funds from Lebanon. So HSBC, this is an ADR, trading a bit lower here, facing, again, accusations in a French investigation, which are accusing the company, I guess, of dealing with embezzled funds from Lebanon. If I get further details, I will let you know.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're both in this. You got a couple pennies there on me there, Sharif. So yeah, let's rock and roll. See if we can get this breakout here on NEXR. Jose messaging me about the IPO here today, so we're gonna get prepared for that bad boy. Probably come out around 1 o'clock or so. If this breaks the support level, then we just get out. But we were rocking and rolling earlier this morning here in STI. Boom, 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 boom. You go scalp city on this bad boy. I love it in the pre-market. And Mike P. DeRider was riding this with us here today. Gorov's like, man, Joe, what happened to you, man? I don't even know you anymore. He says, I thought we were cool and all that stuff. I'm like, man. All right. We'll keep an eye out for that fly, just in case. There it is. What's flying right now, Sharif, is Google, all the way back up to $368. NVDA finally starting to find its way back at the high of the day. We want a big-time recovery here, guys. It's just one up day, 2 down days in a row. So, I mean, if we break this support level at 210, watch out for that 195, 200 marker to come back into play. And then as for IBM, selling off a little bit, but I do believe that there's going to be an opportunity to get involved with some of these names that you feel like you might have missed out on. You're not getting any form of a pullback in Micron or SanDisk just yet. Nothing to the tune of, 10, 15% like we experienced here in Google. So if you were looking to pick up this name like myself, and I was going to look for approximately 349, 350 to grab some, doesn't seem like we're getting that just yet, as we're trading approximately $20 higher from that mark, 368, so we'll call it 18 flat roughly. This pivot, that will put us down at 15%, which I like, and I feel like, hey, we're going to grab some value on that name. And I've mentioned it from before. If you just go back in the history of Google, any dip, like what was this from a percentage point? 33%, where this is probably where I sold it. No, actually it wasn't. It was over in this neck of the woods, but 33% to the downside in goggles. It's just any opportunity like that, I'm buying that left hand over fist. Robinhood, some people saying this name is starting to climb. Yeah, it is on one here today. We want to see some more strength. Maybe a lot of this has to do with lifting of the PDT rule and a little bit more of an influx. I was reading a couple articles on this, Sharif, and what they were stating is like this can create like some form of a tidal wave of retail investors starting to come in and more cash into the financial markets, which I'm not going to complain about whatsoever, but I don't know if it's going to happen that fast. I could be totally wrong. A lot of people sitting on that side, on the sidelines, just due to the fact you needed to have over $25,000 in your account. Now you have those smaller or average size accounts, 15K, or if you're right at the threshold of 25, now gone, and that's going to give you a good opportunity to start putting on some trades and trade more frequently if that's what you're looking to do.
Oh, cool. All right, just responding to a bunch of people there in the chat regarding some of the tickers that they were asking me to look at. All right, I'm liking the look, though, of BTQ here and DNA. So let's bring those in. There's a side chart there. Back in. Where's DNA? Fluffy, did this halt up again to 1028? I don't understand. These names are crazy. That do no volume. Fluffy, good for you, man. That is fantastic. We were talking about this at 8 1/3. Now it's 10 1/4. Good job, Fluffy. DNA, let's have a look at that. DNA, good breakout here on DNA. There it goes into the high of the day at around 10 1/2. Fantastic look here for the deoxyribonucleic acid, baby. We're going to call this one by its full name all morning. Oh, boy. It's like me when I called DJD Donald John Trump. By the way, DJT was moving. Let me take a quick look at DJT over here. See if that's something that interests me, Joey. DJT, yeah, it's a view up. Okay, not bad. In any event, DNA looks quite good. I would like to see a possible 10 retracement, but if it doesn't, then the 10 EMA on the 5 has been a good area of support for this one. So keep your eye out on DNA. I'm trying to get my first print here. It looks like it went there without me. I was waiting here at 87s. It may have crossed, but it may not have crossed on the bid, so I didn't get the print there. Fluffy says she's breaking it. I like it. Okay, good. Break it. Just, as long as you don't break the market, so that we can all print, not just you. So DNA in focus for me, but I also want to point out something here about STI. That, yeah, it's at the lows, yeah, it's got an unbroken downtrend, but what I'm going to specifically look for, and I'm going to actually throw an alert here, lest I'm not paying attention when it manifests, is that $30 break. I see a possible double bottom, and moreover, not just a double bottom, but a clear area of support between 25 to 24, with resistance at 30. So what I would personally be looking for, first and foremost, is a break of the downtrend. That's easy. But I would also kind of be inclined to want to take a breakout trade on this one right at that $30 level. Now, it doesn't have to be right at 30. You can give it, you know, a little bit of room because this one moves dollars at a time. So I'm going to put it at 31. So it'll notify me if there's a breakout happening at 31, but it looks like it might be losing trend over here as it just lost 24 momentarily. So that whole analysis might be moot. There you go. You're only in it for the good stuff, eh, Fluffy? I am not responsible for the market breaking, just for it going up. I like that. I like that. Okay, I can accept that. So we can't blame her when anything bad happens, but she gets all the credit.
When things good, hey man, we like that.
FOXX as well, Bovin saying. So this is FOXX. I was less inclined to want to look at this just because I feel like it's stair-stepping down, Bovin. Not only is it below VWAP, but there seems to be a lot of resistance between 6.5. But here it is, taking out VWAP as we speak. Here comes that 6.5 buyer. So there was definitely a tug of war here between buyers and sellers between 5 3/4 and $6. But here we are, 6 1/3. So be on the lookout here. FOXX could be on the move up. Also, RDW just gave you guys an opportunity, possibly off that 22 1/4, 22 1/3, the 10 EMA, a little bit below. 22.15, 22.16. It's been respectful of trend here, RDW, as well as the leveraged play RDWU, also another good one. So be on the lookout for that. I'm still waiting here for my first print on NEXR, very consolidative, but not breaking down. So that keeps me in the trade. I think I might execute something here on RDW, Joey.
All right, man, good stuff. Bovin, I mean, FOXX, it's at 643. I don't know. I have to pull it up here on one of our side charts to see if we're going to. What's up, Randy? If we're going to be trading above the volume weighted average price, currently below it right now. So I don't have it, Jesse, man. I can put this there. There it is. Wow, NVDA. A lot of people are saying we're still, Sharif and I both still sitting in this NEXR right here to see if we can get a move. 366% on STI. FOXX South. There's a key resistance zone there, Bub, and I don't know how much you're going to take that into consideration. I'll keep an eye on it. Please let me know. EDHL. Jose asking me about the IPO here today. Are you going to be taking that one today, Sharif?
I am not.
You're not? Okay. NXXT. 67 cents and continuing to climb, so not too bad of a look, guys. Let's head over to our options chain and just go through some of the larger names here and see how we've been doing on the day. NVDA 215. We know we're always looking at this underlying asset to see where we're going to be trading at, where those resistance zones are. And you can see the congestion really start to pick up through the 20s, right? So we got 215 is when the open interest really starts to increase, 217, 220, 220, 250, and then also 225 leading up into 227.5. But this is something that I would keep my eye out on. And where did we reject previously? 330s. So 332.5 at that 235, sorry, 230s and 235. So we did have the throughout the earlier in the week where we broke through, but then we give back the majority of that these options writers. So whoever's on the opposite side of this trade wanting these to close OTM. But I mean, at the end of the day, what's the even point? Like, you got $20. I don't know why it doesn't even really matter what my opinion is, but look at the depreciation within these contracts. Right, so like you're just losing the value. Longer duration writing, there's a really big skill, naked writing, and there's a lot of profits, and that's why you see some of these larger funds and individuals who are just doing strictly that. I remember I was talking with some guy, he's like, I don't even know anything else about options other than just writing them longer duration. So what happened?
Fly.
Oh, that fly. See if you could catch it. See if you could catch it. I caught a couple with my hand the other day. Now, as for what we have on the larger cap name, Nokia, NVDA at the top of the list, Sharif was mentioning BlackBerry 1070 and Redwire also on our radar here today, guys. On the 30-minute, you can see 22.75 roughly is where that high of the day. But the NASDAQ broke out. We're not going to complain about it, and you can see here on the 30-minute time, you break that trend, and then off to the races you go, probably being led by the likes of Meta and NVDA at this point, Sharif, and Google as well.
Fox is ripping. Shout out to Bovin. Shout out to Casey. Both of them have this one. Here we go. 675 showing up Bovin. We could be into 7 sooner rather than later. We're above the volume weighted average price. It looked like also that there was some sellers at 650. We've taken that out now because we're 6 3/4. Seems to be a seller here locally at 73, 72. Let's continue to watch Fox up a lot today, 133%. It's already a triple-digit winner, pardon me. Let's see what it does with 7. A lot of resistance, I would say, earlier on at 7 1/4. A lot of topping till candles through 7 1/4. Only one candle closed above 7 1/4, and that was the 1035 candle. So possible resistance at 7.5 as well. Something to be on the lookout for there. I got into RDW, but this one might stop me out. Got in at 219. Took profit there at 225, didn't quite get the profit at 230. It's coming back down now. If it drops below 222, I'll stop out on that one, and then we'll have to reset. I do like RDW, so if it holds 2175 at the volume, at the 20 EMA on the 5, I'll get involved again with this one. That is all predicated, though, upon getting stopped out. So not a whole lot in my world at the moment here, and then already got stopped out at RDW. That was pretty quick. So 2175, 2169 or thereabouts is a 20. Let's watch RDW here. A bit of a bigger retracement. Looks like the shorts may be in control of this one at the moment. Wow, this is bleeding its own blood quite aggressively down into 2185. Is there any stopping this one? 2182, it's generally at the 20. I'm going to get in here. Let's give this one to the low to mid 50s. See what we can get on this one here, Joey, with RDW, right? Okay, good. Put in the stop. What's my price? My price is 180.90. So basically 2181, 2182. So continuing to drop here. Anything below the mid 50s will stop me out of this one, but probably should be looking at Fox as well, because it looks like they took out some of the sellers there at 673, but there's more sellers at 675 again. So we continue to dilly-dally here at around the $0.75, Joe.
All right, good stuff. So we have this trend line here on STI. If this breaks and then we have a little bit of momentum step in, that would be good. But we have NEXR starting to head towards the lower end of the range at $1.70. You give it a little bit of room here. 64, we're at a dodge on this bad boy. We are kind of at the topper end of things, and there it is, right? Like, so 79s is the middle of that range. I'm going to get that for you, Jesse. Fox, yeah, there it goes. Boom. Yeah, Fox all the way up to 685. Nice look there, guys. I mean, at this point, I do believe you're going to head towards the high of the day. Hopefully this momentum picks up, and then you get to have the ability to breach that. I think that's going to be a trade in itself. You see Sharif getting involved with it right now. 788. I'm going to play that HOD break, especially if the momentum starts to uptick in this bad boy. So we like what we got going on. My boy Gorb also saying he's long on Tesla. How has that been performing? Let's take a look right now. 419 Tesla. Oh my days. All right, that's not bad. Where did you get long in this congestion zone? 418.36. Nothing horrible whatsoever. Let's see if we can head in towards the HOD. Now, as for AMD starting to find its way and recover on the session earlier in the day, you had that aggressive selling all the way down to $500. So you're down a couple percentage points at that point. Now, Coinbase, not breaking through the support level, but I think it's only a matter of time. Look at this. You double top up here, and then now for the umpteenth time, you're going to come here and test that $165 marker. I'll just say it that. I think the next step is going to be $142. What has crypto been up to? I'm sure we're going to be talking about it momentarily, but IBIT finally finding its way. But guess what, you guys? it's only a couple of pennies away, 30 cents or so, from breaking this low, this yearly low, and it's not a good look in the crypto space. And a lot of people in the chat were saying, and it's like, hey man, it's just not in play right now, and I totally agree. It doesn't mean it won't be in the near future, just there's hotter things that the market and where money is funneling into than what the crypto space is up to. Ethereum, probably even worse. I haven't even really been looking at Ethereum. ETH liquidity fell off an absolute cliff, and you know we were trading it when Tom Lee was getting involved with that stuff, Sharif.
Yeah, man. It's been a hot minute since that thing's been strong. So kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But hey, too bad.
Even the liquidity is like dried up on it. It's not as liquid as it was before.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's because I think less institutional involvement probably in some of that. So continuing to watch here, RDW back in this one, 70. Got stopped out again, but I'm going to give this one another try, looking for the bigger move back up. But FOXX, we're going to get stopped out here below the $0.50. No continuation on this one through 7. 7 rejects, and we're out through 650. We got one measly beak wetter there, but nothing to write home about, so we'll continue to watch that. Yeah, guys, this has been, I don't know why, but there's a lot going here, but it's been a tougher morning for me anyway. Not really getting the move, so we'll see if these manifest. I can't hear anything you guys are saying, by the way, so, okay, we're going to Adair. I don't know why, I thought it was...
Here is Merck. MRK is popping here. I'll get to crypto in a second, but I want to mention Merck because they apparently just announced that they're going to be resolving most Gardasil-related lawsuits for a total of roughly $50 million. So lawsuit settlements here on watch for MRK. Now let's talk about crypto because BTC, this daily chart, I mean, hey, we're still poised for a 5th straight red session, but as of right now, we could actually go green here. This is a bit of a bottoming tail candle here on Bitcoin, bouncing around off that 61,300 level. Now, another level of support on the daily here that's pretty clear is, of course, that 60K. Last time we tested that level was at the start of February 2026. So let's see if we test this level yet again. As of right now, though, 61K seems to be holding up pretty well. We'll take a look at the weekly as well here for Bitcoin to see how this is sorting out. Again, that 60K, really the most obvious level here. You break below 60K, you've got a little bit of prior support at 58.8. Then you're going all the way down here to 52, 53,000. So let's see if that 60K can hold this level. Looks like it's going to be proving pretty important. Back to you.
All right, finally getting a couple of moves here. RDW bouncing back up. We got a nice price here. Looking for that next print in the low 90s. Concerned, of course, about the whole dollar. 22 could be a staunchy area of resistance if it does not work out. So looking there, 95 now, 96. There's the print. Good look, good look. Looking for a bigger move now. Let's look above 2. So we'll sit at 22.05. We'll also post at 22.15. Let's see what we get on that. Rejection of 2 so far. No continuation. Hey.
So, hey.
Yeah. What's going on? Just learning, all right. We got Randy in the house, baby. In case you missed the show yesterday, Randy is amongst us now. He is in the studio as they're revamping, they're upgrading, redesigning
good,
the other
man.
side where the back end office is. So the boys, some of the boys from there, we got a couple of boys. We got Randy,
Michael.
we got Michael, and Chester. We're going to talk Neil. Okay,
Oh, wow.
Okay, all right, that's what I want to see. Here we go. RDW, the gift that finally gives above 22. That fly is going to drive me crazy. Get rid of that fly. Did we open the back door? Is that why?
Yeah.
Where the garbage dump is? It always seems to attract all the flies.
Watch, I'll catch it for you. I'll catch
You're
it
going
for
to
you,
catch
man.
it.
Yeah.
You got to do it with chopsticks, though, Joey.
If only.
Oh, if only, right?
Yeah.
So continuing to watch RDW showing 5s now, looking for a bigger move up, showing 4s and 5s. I'm waiting at 5, so it's got to cross for me to get the print. That's it. That's all I'm really looking at. Breaking Bad, says a real Gary. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Happy birthday, Randy. Apparently it's Randy's birthday. I didn't know that. Randy, when is? Oh, where is he? Where'd he go?
I don't know. He's gone, man. He's
gone.
busy,
Going,
man.
gone, man.
When you're the boss, man,
guy,
you're busy.
Joey.
You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean?
So what are you looking at there?
Yeah,
other than
other than me peeling this orange here.
Yeah.
I mean, hey man, we got a lot going on here. We're still in NEXR. We're peeling the orange, and then we're also looking for this trend line to be breached on STI. I think this could be a good opportunity. Reversal says TGX. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're looking for. We'll go to Adera and Uno Momento. But what we want here is this to be broken, right? Bang. If that is, then I think that's going to give us a good opportunity. It was really strong. Things need to cool down a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see buyers start to step in on this name one more time. Let's send it over to Adara.
On Datadog announcing a new AI tool called Bits Agent Builder. This is apparently a powerful new tool, company's words, that will let you create custom AI agents fully hosted by Datadog. So DDOG, a little bit of a push up here. Again, this is kind of consolidating, nothing massive in terms of a move, but AI-related announcement for Datadog. Keep an eye on it, guys. Back to you.
All right, let's see what we have going on here from Datadog. I remember off the report, they had a pretty strong recovery. Yeah, and off to the races it went pretty strong. That's absolutely amazing, man. That's a big-time return, 175% off of that low. And I mean, it was the exact same thing we were talking about here in CrowdStrike. This name literally doubled from that April low, and then now you get you get some form of a pullback. I mean, that's justifiable. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I don't even need to count how many days in a row you can just see it displayed, and then you have these measly red days. So when you go on these big time moves, expect some form of a pullback. And I like what Katina Man said this morning. It's like, okay, yeah, you joined the stock market and you didn't know stocks could go down. Well, then you have a rude awakening in front of you. I mean, that's just the nature of this beast. And I'm waiting for this, like SanDisk. When are you gonna split? You're now at $2,000. No talks of this, but I'm going to be a proud buyer of this name as soon as we get it around $170 or so after it does that split. I like CrowdStrike a lot. I'm going to like it for the foreseeable future, but their RPO a little bit light and guidance as well too. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, maybe things will start to pick up for it. Still relatively cheap from a PE standpoint, not horrible, but yeah, you go on these moves and then you have to be prepared for some form of a sell-off. What we want is that to happen in Robinhood. Like, come on, we're still thinking about like the crypto transactions were down from a year-over-year standpoint. A couple of things, not necessarily some forms of headwinds, and then now we have the PDT rule and a couple of things, tokenization. We like that, so we want Robinhood to continue to move higher. We're still down substantially off of the previous all-time high, $154. Right, and we had this stock cut in half. You're still down 45%, man. So lots of room to run in this name. And even in JP Morgan, as Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs put in all-time highs, you have JPM still down about 12% off of that all-time high marker. So these fintech names, still some room to go.
Some room, yeah. And, you know, they could be on sale too. So do your TA.
Yeah, man.
Think it through. See exactly, you know, how much risk appetite you're willing to look at. See how much concentration you have in that sector too. If you already have a couple other banks, maybe sell those. Pick up the ones that have been beat up a little bit more, so that you're not exposing yourself to too much concentration risk. I had to get out of RDW, break even. Actually, a little bit of profit on that last amount. It rejected 22. That was my sign that this wasn't the right setup. It dropped pretty aggressively, and now it is losing trend. RDW is headed back to the volume weighted average price, or so it seems, which is at around 21 and change. I want to say 21.04, 21-ish, basically. Be on the lookout here. RDW didn't hold the 20, didn't hold the 10, didn't hold 22. $21 or thereabouts is the volume weighted average price. Be on the lookout for that. I'm still holding NEXR. I got into FOXX again here for a possible 6 hold. It's dilly-dallying a little above, a little bit below 6, showing me 618. If it loses 582, which is the local area low, that'll be my out on that one. But not really liking anything, guys. No continuation, at least in the midday right now on these names. So we'll scan the, we'll look for the scanner here to see if there are any new names moving. Nothing that I'm really liking at the moment, but oh, what's this? IOVA looks fantastic. Who are we gonna take off here? ABSI. IOVA looks really good. Okay, I'm gonna check AWD in 1 second there, Niraj. 1 second, brother, give me a minute here. But IOVA looks like a dang buy program, and it did have that little consolidation area at 430. So not a bad looker at all, IOVA. Is this a former convict? I feel like it is. I feel like we've seen this one before. Very consolidated the last little while. Let's go to the hourly. Not really. I haven't put the ticker on there, so I guess not, right? Anyway, 5-minute chart looks fantastic. Goes through the $0.50. This one could see 5. sooner rather than later. It's up 20.5%. So this is a big mover right now. Keep your eye here on IOVA. It looks like it is moving. 456, it's extended. I mean, there's really only 2 red candles. No, correction, 3 since the open. 945, 1040, and 1105. Those are the only 3 red candles on the 5-minute chart on IOVA as it takes out the day high again. This one's earned its spot on the side chart. We're going to keep it on there. We're gonna definitely look to get in some way, somehow. I just want to see what it does with a $0.50. If it clears the $0.50, then I'll feel more comfortable using the $0.50 as some sort of local area support. If it doesn't, comes back down, I'll be looking 435 to 435 on that specific one. Still holding FOXX, Joey.
Yes,
Still
sir.
holding NEXR. NEXR finally making its way back above the volume weighted average price.
Sir.
I am worried about this one though. I'm not gonna lie, it's putting in higher lows. Fine, that's good news. But look at the other side of the equation. Yes, those are lower highs. And for now anyway, we're towards the low end of the range. That's not really promising for my position unless we see something fundamental here, like taking out 190 or 2. I'm gonna be looking at this one with cautious eyes. So let's see how this cookie crumbles, Joey. Oh, let me look quickly here at AWD for the OG Niraj.
All-wheel
I
drive.
have a buddy in high school called Niraj.
Nice.
Oh, not bad here, Niraj. Okay, I was gonna type in Niraj as the ticker. My bad. Yeah, if this can take out the level here at 163, 164, I like it, man. You already had a rejection of VWAP, right? So you already know that the shorts and or the longs are trying to get the hell out of the volume weighted average price, but they weren't so weak that they lost the $0.50. In fact, the $0.50 held up, and here we are again in the high 50s, knocking on the door of 60. So if we take out prior area high, we could certainly maneuver into that 170. My only thing that I want to say is there was a convicted seller at 175 to 185. So we're going to need to shake those sellers too, because that's going to be a hard trade. Look at all those topping tail candles on volume, mind you. Each of these 5-minute candles here in the early trading hours did about 761,000 shares. So Fluffy says EGG, EGG, and LSE, London School of Economics. Shout out to any, you know about that school, Joey?
No, I didn't know about that school.
528 area low. Looks like Fluffy, stop showing me these. What is this? Yeah, nice. From 5, halted, it looks like, into 784. This is your world, Fluff. Down 17 in the third. That's EGG. Let's look at LSE. What is this? Lycian Energy Holdings? Sure.
I think
Another
you were
one
trading
with
that
no
one
volume, Fluffy.
yesterday.
What?
I think you were trading that one yesterday, no?
LSE?
Yeah. Oh, no, Lays. Sorry.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good look. I mean, look, they're certainly not for me. LSE's up 45 and 2/3%. It's only done 44,000 shares, but if that doesn't bother you, then LSE is, it's game. It's up big. Let's just go to the super chat before this one. Big Rudy Smasher, he's dropping 2 in the chat. We're gonna thank him for that. Got out of RDW, $3 profit. Breakout or bailout, man. Yes, exactly. Which trader says that? Who says breakout or bailout?
CR.
Does anybody in the chat know who says breakout or bailout? If you guys know, tag me. Maybe you'll get something. SP Williams, thank you for the $5 super chat. Sharif, great day to you, my friend. What are your thoughts on CADL? Let's look.
We have a trade. While you're pulling that up there, we have
pulled it up. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we have a trend line break in STI, and we get a little bit of a pop here, guys. So not too bad of a look there on STI. 2520s. We got that move up into 2620s. So that was pretty quick. Let's see if this momentum can be continued. Joe Macuzi, but we also have someone saying, yeah, hey, Sharif, just want to say thank you, man, says Shaka Trades to you.
Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. CADL looks good, man. This is not a bad one at all. 7 4/5, $700-ish million market cap, 955 high, showing 950 now. Respectful of trend. Most of the prints off the 10 EMA did find support. Looks like a little consolidative here at around 945 to 955. I'd be picking it up around the low end of the range, 945. You're looking for a move into 10 here on CADL. This is not a bad looker at all. So good on you for calling that one out. We're going to keep a close eye here on cattle for another big move. I'm going to replace here EDHL with CADL. Maybe it'll bring me some good luck, Joey. What do you got?
All right, good stuff. I don't think right now, NEXR's not giving me the vibe that it wants to break out. This is the trend line break that we were looking at not too long ago now, 25.20 roughly here on this name. We want to see this breakthrough. I don't know why I have two different volume weighted average prices. That drives me nuts. It's like on the 1 minute it's below, on the 5 minute it's above. So if you want to do the what grinds my gears segment, there it is. We're going to start it off right there with SDI. No, we just fix it up. It needs a little bit more data. That's why it does that, Shreve. I know I got the advanced charts over there, are the newer ones, and you have the other ones that seem to be a little bit more consistent. Thanks. I appreciate that, Shaka Trades. But yeah, let's see if we can get this breakout here on this name. I mean, we've been trading it throughout the whole intraday, and it's just been scalp city. As I'm watching this thing go, it would have been ideal and nice to hold on to this for the whole run, but that wasn't the reality in which my trade was. Trading style was 8:16 was our first entry on this bad boy, and I'm going back and forth getting stuff ready for you guys as well in the morning too, right? So I can't really focus, can't put the stop orders in the pre-market as well, but some nice momentum pops. Boom, leading. I believe this was leading into the open 905. Boom, shout out to the 905, and then there it is, another move at 957. But this was the big time winner of the day. Now, let's see if we can hold this level, Sharif. 25.64 and printing. We're in at 25.20s here on this bad boy. It was only a matter of time. When you're that strong, and there it goes, Sharif. When you're that strong up 412%, I think at some point you're going to have people re-engage within the actual underlying asset. There goes NVDA, 216. This is what we need, 51 there. We got to keep our eyes on this name as we want it to kind of break out for us. Not kind of, we really want it to break out for us here. I think $28 would be an ideal target. Let's see if we're fortunate enough to get that one there. 368 on Google's continuing to climb, but Microsoft, trendline break, right? And then you have some strong sessions, but now you're 4 days in a row to the red side. So 4 down days, 2 up, 4 down. Not too good of a look there, my friend. And now how is Dell? Donald Trump. How's this been performing here for us? Dell? Yeah, a little bit of, or no, I was looking at Dell. Well, I mean, DJT, Dell, same thing at this point, 12.5% there. And then we did actually have a super chat. Hey, they asked us, hey, what do we think about BM&R at these levels? I believe the super chat was asked us. I don't know if we can pull that up. I mean, it's $17. $2 super chat, Tom the Goat Lee. Ooh. But if you're Tom the Goat Lee, we should be asking you what's going on with BM&R over here. But no, in all reality, I think it's something that you need to be patient with and sit in for quite some time. Now ask yourself, is there going to be more opportunities other than me just funneling money into BM&R, Ethereum, and some of the crypto plays? Or are you willing to sit in it when things start to turn around, which I do believe is going to take a lot longer than what we're anticipating. But nonetheless, 17 bucks. I think it's more or less more upside from here, considering what was the all-time high on this bad boy as soon as Tom Lee came into, got on the board, I believe it was. Now, 89% to the downside, but a high of 164 bucks. That's not bad whatsoever.
Guys, great call out by Grunfeld. ABCL is really looking good here. Big move up on ABCL off the $0.50 into 658. It's up a respectable 14.86%, respectful of trend as well. Higher area lows, higher area highs after that, parabolic move from essentially the open till when we got our first red candle around 10:35, so an hour of straight up. But, the good times didn't end. They're just not as parabolic as they were in the first hour of trading. We've got higher area lows, as I mentioned, and higher area highs. Try to pick this up, 640, 645, if it allows you entry into that area. Keep a close eye on ABCL. Shout out to the OG Grunfeld. Did you see your friend STI?
Yeah, man.
It's changing its tune a little bit here. So it did lose that $24 area that we earmarked as a very clear area of support. It wasn't that clear to the buyers because it dipped down to 21.48, which is the official area low. But here we go. It's breaking above that downtrend line. I'm going to leave my alert at around $31. That's where I get involved with STI, right? Now, I may miss part of the trade, and that's part of doing business, I guess. But for me, I'm going to keep a close eye on that $30 to $31 area for an entry. There goes ABCL, guys. It's taking out highs again. We're looking at that one. I'm going to have to figure a way to maneuver into ABCL. Currently don't have an entry. Also into IOVA, as this one gave us a red candle into the 10. We got 49s on. It's showing 53. I still haven't gotten quite the first print at 53 here as we trade right around that level. So looking for continuation on IOVA, possibly into $6. But, you know, 4.5 could be the end of the good times. We'll have to wait and see. How's my other trade doing here? NEXR, still out of the money on this one, but to the tune of 7 pennies. It finding support in the same area, but it just doesn't have the buys, the bids, pardon me, to take out that mid-80s level. I've gone unprinted on this one, but it hasn't given me a reason to get out either. It's still a more prolonged consolidation bull flag look, so not sure how to square this circle. We'll have to continue to watch that. And then FOXX. It's holding 6. That's all I can say positive about that. But in terms of, you know, the bid coming in, pushing this one through 6 1/3, possibly into 6.5, we're definitely not getting that. So we'll have to see how this goes, Joey. Continue to be patient here with FOXX.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got my eye here. Hopefully we get this trend line break.
On you.
Oh.
Know that one?
No.
You don't know it?
No, sorry.
Crazy.
I thought you were just gonna say I on it, like kind of like I got 5 on it, but just change it.
Yeah, no, but that's...
You know my grandma loves it when you sing?
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
She likes bad sounds.
Yeah. She's like, you know what she said to me? I'll probably get Joe. She's like, listen, I know I can't sing, but I like it when Sharif sings.
Because he definitely can't sing. He makes me look good.
Yeah. No, but trust me, it's
brother.
a gene, man. Yeah. Who cares? No, she's obviously messing around. Whoa. Roger Noonan.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his grandma like that.
Yeah, it's just AC Slater.
Like
that's 0 strike rule right there, and you're generous. Don't ever do that.
That's the thing. You got to know, Joey, to know what you can and can't.
Yeah, exactly, and that's one of them. Anyways, guys, there it is on STI. Up to $26, so not too bad of a look there on that one, guys. And then we're still sitting in this NEXR. It looked like it wanted to break trends here and have a 5-minute candle sit on the back side of things, $1.77, but now we're just heading right back into the lower end of the zone. I don't know how much weight we can hold on this, but I do like that print right at VWAP. So as long as we don't engulf a little bit more of this wick, like, I mean, if we hold up there, that's more ideal, about 40% or so, and then we can sit on the backside of things. So we like that. NASDAQ continuing to move higher. The SPY not too horrible, being led by the financials. We haven't looked at our boy JPM here today.
How's he doing?
We're about to figure out right now, Sharif, as $36 or 306 is what I seen it at last. Have we climbed any higher in our boy JP Morgan? 309.86 cha-ching, as this name is still down about approximately 8% or so. 8% off of the all-time high. We like that. And I mentioned Morgan Stanley and Company putting in new all-time highs. Goldman Sachs doing it again here today. Morgan Stanley doing it again here today. My guy Jesse trading some of the Hernandez was trading some of the banks here, and he's been locking and loading on those. So I'm happy for you. Yeah, exactly. Citibank, same thing, all-time high. So, like, what do we even got going on here within JPM, Sharif? Where it's a big-time laggard play. I think this is the time for me to reload on some, add a little bit more of my CDR that I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, you love mentioning that you're in the CDR.
I like it, man.
Very Canadian of you.
Yeah, well, that's what we try to maintain.
Let me ask you something.
Absolutely.
Any fees on that bad boy that you need to concern yourself with? Anything like that?
That's a great question. Yeah. Not that I'm aware of. So lack of due diligence on my behalf on that one there for sure. But as soon as I seen it, the price of it, 20 cents divvy, sign me up.
Sign me up.
Yeah, right away.
KC 520 freaking 6. She's got another. Well, this is Fluffy's as well as Casey's. We know they're kind of trading these type of stocks now. There goes LSE. What the hell is this? This was the low of 320. It's halted up again, 592. Oh my days. What is this? Did it open up into 678? It's going to hold down now into 559. What is going on with this one? London School of Economics is up 85%, but it does look like it's going to hold down here at 598. Let me put this on the side chart because it doesn't look like it's updated. I hate Adam.
Yeah, man. Get that guy out of here.
Block him from.
I'm going to try.
Block him.
Can't block him.
He's in South Beach.
Man.
Goodness gracious.
Laddie.
We love you, Adam. Don't change. Morning from South Beach, lads. Stay green. Yeah, okay, bro. Enjoy your time down there, man. Fantastic. This guy, following him on Instagram is a tough follow. Like, I usually don't really care what other people are doing in their lives. I like my life, right?
Yeah.
But this guy,
Yeah.
this guy's got the life.
Yeah, Macy, yeah, he's
This
living a good
guy
life.
has the life.
He does. You know what my grandma would say? The life of Riley. He's living a good one out in South Beach. He was in Beach. He was out in South America for quite some days. San Salvador. So yeah, man, this guy's living it up. Go check him out too, man. I mean.
And he's got a YouTube channel, by the way, where he does like these longer form videos about his times there, and I find them quite entertaining and informative, quite frankly, if you are looking to be a traveler.
I must say, I've seen him in a couple of his videos. I've seen him play some soccer for a big soccer fan. Skills.
He's not that good.
Ooh, no, I only play it around because he was on the junior team of something, right?
City.
Yeah, City. So yeah.
Well,
I'm obviously playing
you're really
around with
touching
that
a soft spot there. Anybody who's in the academy program doesn't want to be called a bad soccer player.
Dude,
right?
well, don't. I'm only playing around, man. I'm only playing. Cheers, man. Yeah,
Nice.
STI though, Adam. Hot. Don't. He was trading on in the bathroom of the airport, I believe, the other day.
Bathroom of the airport.
Digital nomad lifestyle.
Yeah. My buddy aspires to be a digital nomad too.
Do you?
No, I don't. I need to be around my parents.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So anyway, VERU is moving, man. Shout out to Fluffy. Shout out to KC526. They both called this one out. I just don't have a spot here for it, but let me bring that in. Yeah, ever since my sister packed up and left, I'm kind of the only one that's left. So she can enjoy her life in sunny California while I have to, maintain residence here because, well,
can't leave
older,
the
Canada rocks, says a Katina man.
Oh, Katina man got the haircut too, my boy.
Hey, he's looking
worried about
fresh,
it, my boy.
man. There goes VERU, guys. VERU breaking out. There's a headline from the morning, though. It's a clinical supply agreement with Novo Nordisk to what? Something combination of enobosarm with Wegovy. Cool. Never heard of enobosarm, but obviously everybody and their mother knows Wegovy. Into about 325 or something of that nature. High is exactly 324, showing 309 now. This is VERU. Do you remember who used to like VERU? Hold on, Katina man. I'll remind you guys.
If you don't like the video right now and subscribe to the channel, I might dunk on you.
Oh,
I'm gonna dunk on you. Get it, Feifei. I missed it, man. He moved to Dubai, by the way. So shout out to Feifei. If you're an OG, you know who Fahad is. He used to be on the ones and twos. Shout out to Feifei. And he was always going back and forth with Katina Man and Neo. He's the most delusionally confident person.
I love that.
God bless him.
You have to be delusional.
You gotta be delusional, says Joey.
Play it one more time, man. The way he stepped at you was crazy.
Did you see that?
Yeah, play it again.
He doesn't even care, man. He'll just step, right?
Hit it again.
You want me to do it again?
Yeah, look at this step.
I'll do it again.
Do it.
If you don't like the video right now and subscribe to the channel, I might dunk on you.
I'm gonna dunk on you.
Man.
By the way, great guy as well. He did cut his hair for charity. I remember who remembers that huge earthquake in Turkey? Yeah, so he did cut his hair. He's like hair like Fabian, man, and he donated the entire thing. So
to the people in Turkey.
No, it was an earthquake, brother. It was an
but
No, not to the people go to get their hair done in Turkey.
I'm like, you know what I mean?
Good point, though.
But it's like, hey, man.
Good point, yeah.
Out of all the places that probably.
Oh man, that's fantastic. All right, guys, we're continuing to watch here. MNTS is curling up here, and that's my invitation to get in. What are you looking at, Joey?
All right, good stuff, man.
That's great there. That was so apropos. So funny.
I mean, here it is, man. STI not doing too much right now. We did almost run into $28. We're not getting that breakout on NEXR. Katina Man's back, fresh fade, fresh cut, ready to rock and roll on the new, or on this IPO that we got going on today. He told me don't worry about it, but he's
if Katina Man says something, bro, I'd be like,
yeah, don't worry about it, that's for sure. All right, but we're gonna worry about a couple more things over here, Sharif, and that's what NVDA is up to. Oh, never mind that. Put all that to the side. Who cares about any of that garbage when we have TKO over here, probably the best stock of all time, if you ask me, the undisputed champion of entertainment.
Is it true that Strickland is banned from going to the White House?
Probably.
Hold on, because this seems to be a big thing online because of his political views. Is this true or not?
I wouldn't be surprised, man. The guy would do something. You know, he's
next level.
He's unhinged.
Yeah, he is unhinged.
And the thing is,
but
he's
typically
like a
this
champion.
Administration espouses.
Right, but he
loves
he loves Donald Trump and stuff. Did you see the latest video he posted?
About him the
Bud Light.
Yeah.
It's like, bro. Yeah. I mean, you know what? It is what it is, man. There is Caterpillar new all-time high here today as this name. But hey, the champion of champions. I shouldn't even say that right now. It's
ripping, guys.
It's ripping. But we got a 78-cent dividend here on TKO. You want to talk about VERU? There goes NEXR, Sharif. This is what we're talking about. Breakout. We're still holding this dog. This dog hopefully has its day coming up relatively soon. To Adara's disliking, we need this split on Costco because we need to buy a little bit more here, or a little bit anyways, get involved with it. It's not going to split, she says.
I don't think she wants it to split.
She does not want it to split.
She's not going to trade the spready tickers, brother.
I know, but we got CrowdStrike that's splitting relatively soon, which we like because we're going to be buying that hand over fist. All right, Sharif. Seinfeld trivia time. What arcade game did George buy from the pizza restaurant and try to keep it alive for his highest?
That's an easy one. The Frogger, bro. You give me something hard, man.
Give him something hard.
And they had to actually frog it across the road. Come on now, man. You know who you talking to here. You don't even try. Adam James Abroad. We're getting Elliot Anderson from Forest to replace Bernardo Let go. Well, did you hear who we're picking up? Rumor is Morgan Rogers may not be wearing Auburn next year. He may be wearing red and white, red and white, red and white. And I was telling Juan off camera, it is an entirely different beast to get a player from within the Premier League who's already acclimated to the speed and the intensity of the game than it is to get somebody from La Liga or Serie A or Liga 1 or Bundesliga, right, who then has to adapt to the Premier League style. Morgan Rogers is definitely somebody I would pay up for. So definitely looking for that. What's up, Joey?
Nothing, my brother. Jesse Martinez is my guy, man. He's my type of humor. Hey, come down to everybody, especially the OGs in the chat. We got something up. We need Gore. We need Los Pollos. We need Jesse. We need Adam. We need Hangry Wife. We need face to face and some giggles over.
NVIDIA day high.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, my bad.
I'm banned from Canada, says Jesse Martinez. All right, man. So maybe you can meet us at the border. We'll say and we'll wave from across there, or we just won't. You can join us on. If you have a
criminal record, they'll let you in. You just have to have a criminal record for them to let you in. If you don't, then you get denied at the border.
If you don't have a criminal record.
If you do have a criminal record, you get in. If you don't have a criminal record, you get rejected.
You get rejected. Okay, so this, Adara.
What is happening now? I'll tell you. The S&P 500 is continuing to push higher. Now, to be clear, still nowhere near the high from yesterday, which is more or less where we opened. We're currently trading here around 756. Now, again, to completely make up yesterday's move or to get above yesterday's high, you'd have to get above that 759 level. So a couple points to go, but not a bad look here for the SPY. NASDAQ here also recovering, though maybe not as strongly as the S&P 500 is. We'll take a look here at USO. USO pretty consolidative here, just hanging out in about a $2 range. I do want to mention here when it comes to tech, AVGO was really a large part of this tech weakness story, at least early in the day. This thing did recover here from its lows, but then pushing all the way, or not all the way, but at least partially back down. 404, 403 halves is the level that AVGO has yet to break, but a lot of the weakness in tech is at least partially inspired by this name after earnings. CrowdStrike, another name that reported earnings. Initially struggling, I mean, this still has a far way to go to make up that gap, but pretty choppy right now, at least a little bit off the lows. Let's talk Quantinuum because QNT is set to make its debut on the NASDAQ at any moment now. Currently, TAP is $70. This thing is priced at $60, which was above the price range of 53 to 55. Amount raised here, 16.8 billion. Shares offered initially 16.5 billion. I was just reading, or 26.5 billion, sorry. I was reading they upsized that to 28 billion, or 28 million shares. So 28 million shares, raising $1.6 billion. IPO price 60, current TAP 70. This could go public at any moment, so stay tuned. I also want to mention here, we spoke about earnings. C3AI was another one that reported earnings. Not a great look here. Professional services revenue down 85%. It was 21 million for this quarter last year. It was 3 million this quarter. Total revenue down over 50%. Subscription revenue still down substantially, just under 50%. Not a great look no matter how you slice it for C3 AI. We're going to send you back over to the guys. Keep an eye on QNT.
Yeah, that's going to be your world today, Joey. You're taking that. I'm not going to really have eyes on that, so going to kind of rely on you to cover. There goes VERU ripping up. We got the RU here at 12s. There it goes into 33s. We could see $5 here, guys, okay? It may not be in a straight line, but 5 is a distinct possibility. Let's see if we can hold 4. Coming back into the $0.25 here. The VERU is on its horse and definitely looking at that 4.5 in the face, whether it makes it up in a nice straight line. We'll have to wait and see. Again, 436 high. Just watching my top screen, looking for areas of resistance. There is the 40s, boom, into the high. It's a 443 high now on VERU. We're up 91.5%. Shout out to my man, Feifei. We used to joke around, call this guy the CEO of VERU. So taking a lot of prints here into the third of a dollar, looking for a hold of 4. I've given it just a little bit below 4 so that, you know, if it does wick quickly below that level, I don't immediately get a stop out. But right now we're topping tail a little bit into 443, coming down into 4 single digits, just flipping my chart to the 5-second. So let's see where local area support is. There is actually support at 395. There's a lot of support at 395 actually, and by a lot I'm talking about like 25 seconds or so. Right, because I'm looking at the 5-second chart, pardon me. So continuing to watch VERU over here. Separately, I did get into MNTS. I did like this curl off the volume weighted average price with the beak multiple times into 50. Looking for continuation on MNTS I have 26s. It's showing me 43s. Let's wet the beak here. We're in a bit of a downtrend now. Something to concern myself with here on MNTS. How's VERU doing? Still showing 4s here, Joey. 4 mid-teens, back into the $0.25 we go. Sadly, no continuation though through 443, but we are kind of rounding a little bit. Let's see if we can get back into the 30s. Not quite yet. Does look like there is a $0.25 seller here that we can't shake locally. So something to think about, something to keep an eye on, about a 425, 426 seller. Nothing in the 30s yet, quite yet, Joey.
Good. Meet up in Da Nang in December. Let's go, man.
Would you do that?
Would I?
Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
Well, I know that you want to move there. I know you want to move there.
No, you don't just move somewhere without going. Right, yeah, you don't just move somewhere. Because apparently, so I got 2 places on my radar right now. Da Nang, I'm going to have to retire in Asia here probably like when I get to that point.
You're going to have to start learning some Mandarin there, Joey.
I don't know if they speak Mandarin over there, but anyways, I got 2 places, Da Nang and Belize, but apparently they have a bot fly problem over there in Belize. We're going to send things over to Adara.
Hold on. VERU, 4.5. It's ripping through the highs. Guys, VERU could see $5 here. Be on the lookout, but watch out for aggressive retracements. It's got a tendency to do that. VERU is ripping up. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're going up to Adara.
Talk about Meta, guys. META has had a great day, and this day might get even better. They're introducing a feature that has been reported on quite a lot here, and it's called Instagram Plus. So this is just the subscription program. They're basically saying that the Instagram you know and love isn't changing, but it's just an upgrade for, quote, people who want more from Instagram. Apparently, there's going to be key features across a couple different areas. These areas are, quote, getting closer to who matters, seeing previews and insights, and making Instagram yours. So these are pretty vague features. I guess you can customize your app icon, your bio font, different profile pins, post directly to your profile. So a couple different features here for Instagram Plus. Again, we already knew this was coming. This is the day that I guess it's officially launching. Back to you.
Yeah, all right, Adam. Yeah, I mean, hey, man.
I don't know.
Yeah. This guy's funny. SPY new high of the day. Who's it being led by, Shreve, you may ask? All right, no problem. JPM 310.10 on that bad boy. So we like the financials really starting to pick up a little bit of steam here, guys. Moving forward, we're going to pull up. We're going to see the best performing sectors here on the day. On the day, good afternoon, Joe Wilson. I see some people doing some things over there, but let's head over to our market pulse there, guys, and see what we got. Healthcare leading the way, 2.8%. Financials, 2.5% here today, guys. Consumer cyclical right there, 0.6%. In the defensive side of things, you're up about 3. 0.35% there. The bottom one's tech sector, not performing very well today, down to the tune of 2%, almost there. Guys, we'll head over to our terminal and see what IoT, I know Katina Man was asking me about this. I probably already know the answer to this one, but we may as well just do it for giggles. You know it in giggles, as they would say.
Sure.
No options chain on STI, unfortunately, there, Sharif. We went over some of the larger participants, but let's head over to goggles and see what we got going on. This bad boy, power grid. Open this scanner. We can do a bunch of things. We'll open this full so we can get a little bit better of a gander on this bad boy and head further down the options chain to see if we find any high levels of open interest on this bad boy. I'm not seeing anything more or less on the put side, so let's keep an eye out on this here on goggles. Moving forward back to our watch list, seeing what we got on that from, and if there's any big time small or large cap names. Gaurav, you've been quiet. What has Tesla been up to? I don't like it when you're quiet because I usually get a couple of bangs if Tesla continue to move a little bit higher. Pull back off of that, now starting to rebound. But what we can see here, Sharif, is consistent lower highs. If we have a 5-minute candle open on the back side of things, then maybe we can start to recover and rally. But NEXR, not doing what we wanted to. We'll be a little bit more patient. But Sharif, we are now south of VWAP. It's going to have to reclaim it.
VERU, bana.
Oh.
VERU, bana, bana.
That's one of my favorite songs. You know that, right? You know how sick that song is?
Yes, bro. I like.
I gotta listen to it.
Yeah, he's gonna put it on. Get it. And they don't even say VERU, right? Do they actually say VERU?
It's Peru.
It's Peru, right? Peru. But I'll just say VERU.
Yeah, but
VERU. So got all out. I had to get back in at 4 1/3. So my cost basis has changed fundamentally from 412 to 433. But we're taking a lot of scalps. Fluffy was like, "Yo, Sharif, every time you say, you know, we're gonna see 5, we could see 5, we could see this, you're jinxing it, and it goes down." I'm like, Fluffy, my job to tell people what to expect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they got to know.
Oh, she gave me a hard time, man. You better watch out.
Profit targets. Yeah, Fluffy is always giving me a hard time, but I like it. I like it a lot. Everything's good. There it goes, Fluffy. Into 460. We're taking big prints here. There it goes into 65. Give me my money, man. Here comes 70, Fluffy. What'd I tell you, Fluffy? I told you. It is Rip City. Rip City into 477. There goes VERU up 110%. And it is certainly on its horse here. And Fluffy, I could see 5. No, I'm kidding. Come on, Fluffy. I have a good sense of humor. There's 77s. We're looking for more. Are we seeing 80s? We are seeing 80s. That is the new high of day on VERU. Let's keep a close eye on this one. I want to see how it dilly-dallies at $5, Joey. Because, you know, you get into that $5 area, all of a sudden, the shorts are gung-ho and the profit and the longs want to take profit, right? So let's see how this cookie crumbles. We're looking for a little bit more on that one. Let's tell you about the trades that didn't go my way as well. It's not just, you know, hey, let me pound the table on my good trades. NEXR, I stopped out, okay? It didn't breach my area low, but the chart pattern is breaking down. I needn't wait until it does and lose more money on that one, so I got the hell out of there. And so, you know, we win some, we lose some, and we're definitely winning here on VERU as it rips into 496. Here we go, we're seeing a little bit more. Now, guys, put a couple of prints on the north side of 5, lest it breach and then come back down. You want to get something on that north side, right? Here we go, we're showing 96s now. That is the high of the day. It's littered with triangles on my screen, but I'm looking for a move here above that $5 area, whether we get it or not. 96, 97, 98, 99. Can we, 5, boom, through 5. I told y'all, man, take the prints north, 511 high. VERU is making the move here, and it behooves you to get involved. Second trivia. Oh, he's probably got a hard one here, man. All right. I'm serious about money, money, money. Get it, Fluffy. I love that attitude. Sharif, Seinfeld trivia number 2. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat, first and foremost. Slightly tougher. What words did Newman yell when Jerry made him eat broccoli? Vile weed. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I can't be stopped. VERU can't be stopped. I like, come on now, here we go into 450, Joseph freaking options. I love it. Vile weed, because he doesn't eat vegetables. He's such a carnivore, bro.
Oh, man.
That was so good. That was really good, man. Here we go. We got more here. We got more on VERU. Into the high, 575. Here comes 580, guys. Watch out. 580, give me my money. We're still holding. And are we going to limit up finally? No, not yet. False halt into the 80s. So false halt, what do we got on this? 433, and I thought that was a bad cost basis because I gave up my 412 cost basis, but wow, oh wow, is this one really going here.
Excuse you.
Pardon me? Let's look for 6 here. Big move up here on VERU. Shout out to my man Benton. Benton, did you hear that we're in the running for Morgan Rogers? What are your thoughts on that, brother? I'd love to hear your opinion. And there goes 6, Joseph.
Oh, man,
it's
what
a
am I even
603
doing?
high, bro. We're going to halt up here at 602, pardon me. 03 on the bid. Watch a false halt for a second. Coming back down, but initiating the same parameter. 602, halt. We need this level for 10 seconds. It does feel like it's going to drop, though, as the bid was getting tightened up. No, this is probably going to be a halt. Gray out. Halted.
Halted. Yeah, man. Yeah, nice work there on VERU, man. I'm over here busy looking up how I'm gonna battle these bot flies. Yeah, me and my boy Jesse, we gotta get that game plan in there. And meanwhile, I'm missing what we have here on VERU. We got all out of NEXR. That thing broke down, so it was AC Slater to that one. Now I'm like, hey, feeling a little bit of FOMO on this trade, but it is what it is. We're not gonna complain about it whatsoever. What's Hellcat up to here, Sharif? Ooh, forming that bull flag. We're not ready to get rocking and rolling just yet, but what we do have is consistent higher lows, not too bad. If this trend line breaks, then you just get out of dodge, which it looks like it's going to momentarily. I heard Sharif just mention FOXX right there, support level. That's going to be correlating with yesterday's post-market. And look at the post-market run. That's a big-time move there, guys. You're not going to complain about it pre- and post-market. As Sharif mentioned multiple times, no halt parameters in those bad boys, so you can see these stocks really, really get their move on. Now, STI was the exact same thing this morning. Pardon?
There's another Seinfeld trivia from 2 New York.
Is there? Okay, we'll get that.
I'm not going to look at it so that I can actually do it like live. Go ahead, Joey.
Would you want me to read it for you or no?
Assassino, can we put it up? All right, let's see.
Here we go.
Sharif, what did Jerry wear on the night that he met Elaine's father? Oh, the suede jacket, brother, and he ended up going in the rain, and he ended up looking like a schmuck, and he couldn't pull it inside out because the lining was all candy cane. Come on now, man, you have to read that. Who ended up with it? Kramer took it, man, because Kramer will take anything. That guy, he'll hoard anything, man. I love this Seinfeld trivia. I'm actually really good at this. Yeah, I'm pretty good at Big Bang Theory trivia as well, but not as good as I am at Seinfeld. That was easy. That was
stuff,
the pink stripe says bury the blade. Yes, exactly. He couldn't even flip it inside out, and he paid a fortune for it. We never found out what he paid for it, though, because that was just shown between the characters. The audience never actually was told, but the implication was, of course, that he paid an arm and a leg, and a suede jacket could have ran him $1,000. Who knows, right?
I like suede. Do you own any suede?
Get it, Lele. What?
Do you own any suede?
I have.
Or like velvet or anything?
I got velvet. I got the old velour suits.
Okay.
Remember those?
No.
What are you talking about, bro? The Inichi, Vocal, all from like the mid '90s, or so from the 2000s. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like Nelly.
Oh, yeah.
You don't remember Inichi?
No, man.
You don't remember Fubo?
Fubo, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Fubo,
so there were like
yeah,
similar brands. Very similar.
All right, good stuff there. There it is. 218.20 on NVDA. The king is, surprise, the king is back. There he is.
Who's that?
Conor McGregor.
Oh.
Well, I mean, who is that guy? You remember that? You remember that? All right.
He's like talking,
Jeremy Stevens.
smack.
Yeah. He's like, I'm the hardest.
Most dismissive.
I'm the hardest hitting 145er there is. Who is that guy? All right, and now that's a nice move there, guys. Apple goggles. Apple a little bit lagging here, but we're not too far. Only about 0.5% off the all-time high. And there's TSM continuing to do its thing there, Sharif. A big time move. dividend. What's it pay? 94 cents. We were talking about that not too long ago. And then Nebius here, how we've been performing, a little bit of a pullback off of 278. You get 13% to the downside, and then now you're slowly starting to recover. So not too bad of a look there. We went over BM&R and some of the other fintech plays. We got $85 on Robinhood, and JPM right back up to, where are you? What are you at now? Stop hiding from me. 311.24 on that bad boy. Lockheed Martin, let's see how you've been performing. Ooh. Hit that one there.
How do you spell Dolores?
You're asking the wrong. You're spelling, yeah, you're definitely asking the wrong.
Well, I put it in the chat, but that's what it is. Dolores, and I know what it rhymes with, and that was the whole point of the joke. Shout out to Trader Rob, I love that one as well, man. Who else? Shout out to Luca, it was Vocal. What did I say, vocal? Oh, my bad, I meant Vocal. Scootsy, 1983, what brand? Titleist, bro, I don't even need to look at the rest of the question, my man. What brand of golf balls does George pull out of the whale? And that's because Kramer thought the ocean was his, like, what's it called? The driving range, man. That was ridiculous. And he's like, is it a Titleist? And when they all met at the restaurant after, fantastic. Shout out to Scootsy, I got that one. That's easy stuff. Guys, give me something hard, man. Come on, man. These are all easy ones here. Shout out to Traveling Trader, 10 Canadian super chat. Sharif, VERU call was fire. I owe you dinner for that one. You don't owe me anything, man. Thank you very much for that. All you owe me is just watching. That's all we ask for there. Respect right at you. Appreciate you, Traveling Trader. And shout out to Canada, man. Obviously, Canadian there. Fluffy, what are the two things that can't beat Spock in a game of rock, paper, scissors, lizards, Spock? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's Sheldon's thing, and he created that to get around the tying aspect of rock, paper, scissors. He made rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. I don't remember exactly what beats what. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock beats papers. Scissors. Oh, papers beat rock. Oh, and then he had like this whole thing that he kept repeating. I know exactly what you're trying to. Good one, Fluffy. Do you remember this one? What is that? Rock? Yeah? And paper. Scissors. No, but this was a different one, Michael. So they took rock, paper, scissors, and they made it into rock, paper, scissors, lizards, Spock. And so it's a different one. It has 5 different options. Shout out to Fluffy. You got me with that one, Fluffy. Scissors and rock. Got it. I like it, Fluffy. I like it. All right, Greg Mortensen. Sharif, what was the name of the book that was never returned to the library? It's either The Tropic of Capricorn or The Tropic of Cancer. It's one of those two. It is 100% one of those two. Capricorn or Cancer. Jerry swore up and down to Bookman, who's the library cop, that he did return it, but it turns out he loaned it to George. And George had it this entire time. Funny enough, the teacher who was bullying George, they used to call him Can't Stand Ya, and he was outside the New York Public Library, he had the book all along, bro. And then it ended up being like the whole like circular thing. Man, Can't Stand Ya. Yeah, he wasn't saying Costanza. He was saying Can't Stand Ya. Yo, I'm telling you guys, I'm good at this, man. I don't think you guys are going to be able to get me on Seinfeld, but hey, we'll give you guys an opportunity. Chess Wax, Sheriff. What was the name of the person who gave George the stock tip in one of the first episodes? Oh, that's a great one. That one got me. I do remember that guy. And then he was cleaning up. He took everybody out to eat. Oh man, yeah, that's a good one, Iki. You guys got me with that one. You guys got me with that one. That name eludes me at the moment. What is it though? I'd love to know. Tag me there. Chess Wax, I'd like to know. Seinfeld quiz. What did George blame his dingle? Oh. Dingle? He was in the pool? What are you talking about? His dingles? Yeah, it was in the pool. Yeah, shrinkage. Okay, you're talking about shrinkage. Okay, so that was an easy one there. I just said there's some things I can't say on the show, man. Come on. What was the name of the teacher? Oh, great question. Mr. Heyman. Man, I'm killing it today.
Not Al Heyman.
Heyman was his name.
Not Al Heyman.
No. What car did George buy? Come on, man. A LeBaron convertible. Come on. No, these are way too easy. All right, let's see. What's the top? I can't.
Yeah. That
What's
was
the top
good,
on
man.
VERU?
I couldn't tell you that, my
you check it?
boy.
Yeah.
Well, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, let's see what we got going on, man. Nice Seinfeld
nice,
trivia.
bro.
Yeah, you were on fire over there.
I got more, bro.
Bang, bang, and you got more. Please, no more. No, I'm honestly joking. Anyways, guys, let's get into some of the quantum names here. Rich Tech Robotics, RGTI, QuantumScape, finding a little bit of a rebound here. SMCI, how have you been performing today? And QUBT, I mean, we've gone through our list a couple of times. How has Webull been doing? Still down around 593. Damn, this does not look good. You did have somewhat of a recovery up into that $7 marker. Now you're starting to come back in a little bit here, guys. Now, FTNT Fortinet, wow, really strong. Surprisingly, I shouldn't say surprisingly so, considering some of the other cybersecurity names were to the downside. CrowdStrike 702. Cyber, here's the ETF in itself. Not too bad, guys. 33% on that bad boy. A little bit more, 46. Sorry, not even close whatsoever. And Adara was talking about Datadog not too long ago. I don't have anything. I mean, we can look at NVDA, but I would just rather avoid it. We're having fun with the small caps here. We'll try a couple more attempts on STI to see if the ball wants to get rolling a little bit later in the session. But we have another downtrend. If we have some strong confirmation on the backside of things, let's rock and roll.
Sounds good, Joey. Sounds good, man. FJet $10 break. Okay, keep an eye out for that. Leandra. Oh, the RU is open. It is ripping. Where's my RU screen? Here we go. Oh, what are we up? 647. There's 644. Here comes 670. The Rip City is on.
Oh,
680.
there it is.
Rip City. Rip City. Here we go. 7 coming in. Let's see. Reject 7. 693. Big move down here. Wow, that was a lot of zig and zag. Right into 650. Right back up. Oh my days, Joseph Options. 733 high. The breakout is on. We have 433 on this. Continuing to watch here, looking for more. Let's see if we can pop up into that $0.25. I'm just going to post here right at 25. Let's see if we can get it. Nice liquidity tester there. We don't have many shares left, so we're going to have to take out small shares here. We'll go 735 for the next one. That's all predicated upon, of course, it holding 650 and maneuvering back into 7. It doesn't look like it is going to be that way right now. It looks like we're going to fail here below 650. It looks like the sellers are in control of this one for now. Let's see if we can hold 650. If we can, I think this gives us a shot at another 780s popping up, 90s popping up, looking for that move above 7, not immediately getting it though. But hey, it's better than being below 650, but that could change all very soon, guys. Watch out for volatile price moves here. These are very aggressive, but a good name nonetheless. I'm continuing to watch here. Nothing for me to do. I don't want to take out anything here. I'd rather get stopped out than take it out too early. Let it manifest. This could see 10. Sorry, Fluffy. It could, right? I mean, 733. Oh, no, 650 lost. We are on the way down. I don't know what the halt parameters are either on this one. Let's just keep close eye here on 650 on VERU. Rack City Riches says strict.
Observer.
Strict to observe. Yeah, there you go. All right, so the prior halt level, guys, was right around 6. It does look like we're going to lose that right now, though, sadly, unless we get an aggressive buy off 6. I'm just going to continue to hold this, see where this ends up going, because we're right back in the 650 area. Niraj is saying OPTU is moving. I just got to let this trade resolve, Niraj, just before I look at that one. But thank you for calling that one up, brother. OPTU, says the OG Niraj. Yes, halted. Is this halted? No, it doesn't look like it's halted. Why isn't it moving, though? We're going to have to put this one on the side chart here. OPTU. There we go. All right, it's trading at 118. Not a bad look, though, Niraj. You know, up 9.25%, trading at the day high. Good call out there, sir. I'm still holding MNTS, by the way, guys, right? So we're looking for that move here on MNTS back into 1660, 1670. It's been a real slow mover, but I'm just going to continue to hold this. I'm in the money on it, and I like that 50 penny resistance. So if we can get a break through 50 pennies, that would just be aces. So we're going to let this trade resolve some way, somehow, Joey, whether it loses 6 or it moves back above 7 on VERU.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, nice trading on that one. Good momentum plays. Why, Ryan? For me?
Ooh, get it, Joey.
All right, let's see.
Let's see. It's probably UFC related.
Joe, Got some trivia love too. What Lil Wayne album had Money on My Mind on it? Hey, listen, I'm gonna just come up and say straight up, I have no idea. Was never the biggest Lil Wayne guy. I'm gonna just, cause it was probably one of the Carter 3. Was I right? The Carter 3.
Mr. Carter.
Yeah, the Carter 3.
All I know is it's not 4. I know for a fact it's not 4.
It's not
100%
4.
not the Carter.
So
4.
we'll go with
Carter 2.
Carter 2.
I don't know.
All right, man. I have no idea. Ask me any of the Gucci Mane stuff or anything along those lines. I didn't appreciate Lil Wayne until I was a little bit older, but even now, I don't even listen to that much rap. Yeah, I was never a Lil Wayne guy. Because all the girls were like, Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne.
Ah, you didn't like that. Yeah, like, oh, look at me.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, Asesino? He's got to be the center of attention. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Did you see your boy over here, man? You missed that? He didn't like Lil Wayne because all the women like Lil Wayne. So he banned him.
It's like, man, get that over here and playing that stuff at my party.
People keep saying happy birthday, Randy. Is it your birthday?
No.
No. All right.
Hit the Randy button. You said you wanted to talk some NIO, right, today? Randy?
Randy.
Yeah, that's the best. You want to talk some NIO here?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Are we
good to go?
We're
Yeah,
good.
you got the thumbs up.
New batteries.
There you go.
Speaking of batteries, NIO.
Neil.
Bring up the ADR. Let's
we
have
got
a
it.
peek.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have it here, man.
This auto
Got it
segment.
already?
This
Yeah, we got
auto
it set
segment
up.
brought to you by NIO. And here's why I'm a bull on NIO.
I want to hear it.
NIO has one thing that every other EV company does not. Do you know what it is?
The batteries, the replaceable batteries.
It's a BAS, or Battery as a Service.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
So what's the big thing about EVs that keep people out of the space?
Battery.
It's anxiety.
range.
It's
Yeah.
range
Range
anxiety.
anxiety.
Okay? The average time to swap a battery with just about every NIO platform out there is 141 seconds.
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
Like,
And it's like
that's-
self-serve too. Like, doesn't the car drive itself
you,
in and
you
stuff?
pull in, it lines it up, a robot grabs the battery out of the car and slides a new one in, and you drive away. Who else does
minutes.
this?
Yeah, no
Nobody.
one.
Not that I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody,
So
right? Yeah.
this
Not
gives
yet.
them
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 things. It gives them an inherent advantage for people who are a little leery, maybe I don't want to wait to charge at a supercharge a Tesla. You know. Number 2, their pricing.
Pricing is good, but they're premium pricing.
They
aren't they?
okay.
Yeah.
But again, if I can, again, they need infrastructure to do this.
Right.
So there's a bit of a caveat there. You have to have not just a charge station, you have to have a swap station.
You gotta have a swap station.
But they've proven that the infrastructure can be deployed en masse anywhere in cold weather, in warm weather, like all.
Exactly.
They've done their homework. And there's other car companies looking at this going,
And can I say one
what-
thing?
yeah.
People forget that China is a multi-climate country.
Absolutely.
It's not the same
No.
from north to south. So they get their fair share of snow. So they have this issue as well.
They do a lot of cold weather testing in the very, very north of China, up near Harbin and those cities that are in the northern latitudes. So this gives them a lot of positives, I think. I'm bullish about this. Again, they're the only ones doing it en masse right now. There might be some other companies that have sort of dabbled in the battery swap
Right.
thing. Like everything we own.
Can I say one thing to you though? In the beginning stages, when they started releasing this battery as a service kind of thing, my understanding was that it was number one going to take longer to switch the battery, and because it was going to take longer, they were going to make like these sort of restaurant/bar, call them lounges,
Lounge.
at the battery chain station where like-minded rich Chinese individuals could go in, drink an espresso, perhaps have a drink,
Have a snack.
get to know one another. That never ended up happening.
When you've got 141 seconds, do you need that? Like,
Exactly.
you're in, you're out, you're gone by, see ya. Like,
Exactly.
It's done. So now that they've got it down to such a low swap time, like I can't fill my car in 141 seconds. I have a 100-liter tank. It's just, you can't do it.
No.
So they've taken the range anxiety away. They're also now able to monetize BAS as a service. They can monetize that service.
That's fantastic.
So they can deploy swap stations out there. And as you said, another revenue stream, let's add a snack station. Let's add a bevy
Right,
station.
exactly.
So you've got revenue streams from that as well. And again, you're taking the range anxiety away. Or down the road, the car's 5, 6 years old, you've charged it 5,000 times, and what happens to your battery? It starts to degrade. problem solved.
You don't worry about
I'll
that.
go swap in a new one.
Exactly.
Gonna go
Exactly.
swap
You're
it.
getting a different battery anyway.
You're going to get
yeah.
longevity out of the platform. And again, it's a service. And they
I
can
like that.
monetize that service. They can upgrade that service.
Fast.
They can add stuff to it, and they're the only ones doing it.
Yeah.
So
I like that, but how long do you think maybe, I mean, this could be attractive to the Teslas, right, and some of the other companies?
So maybe down the road,
to buy the technology off them.
Right, you've got ChargePoint, or you've got the likes of Tesla, Rivian, pick your EV manufacturer. Do they say, hey, maybe we'll develop a vehicle on the existing platform that has a removable battery?
Right.
And how common are robotics at Tesla? Give me a break. Could they not develop a robot that could just slide out the pack from under the next model, whatever that model happens to be,
Right.
and make it safe and make it convenient and make it
great
quick,
point,
and then monetize, again, BAS as a service. So I think you're adding value to the car. You add longevity to the car. It's quick. You take the range anxiety away. These are all positive
are
things.
really nice cars,
and they're
too.
really nice
Yeah.
cars.
And we know the Chinese basically are kind of defining the new generation of what luxury is. Like the options that they have in their cars haven't even been thought about.
No.
Well, I don't know if thought about.
Some of them
they haven't been executed here. I'm assuming because of cost.
They're on the bleeding edge of a lot of stuff, but I really like this battery as a service and the way they were able to monetize it, how quick it's come, how refined it is.
Right.
So there's a lot of upside here, folks, and that's why I'm going to follow these guys.
All right, man. Randy's spoken, man. And Randy knows a thing or two about cars. If you've been watching the show for a while, you kind of know about that. Look, guys, I get Chinese EVs are not everybody's cup of tea. I understand the disruptive nature of it. I get the privacy concerns that some people have. Look, but hey, you don't like it, don't buy it. Simple as that.
Yeah,
Joey, what do you think?
no one's forcing you to buy them anyways. There it is. STI, we're going to try it one more time. At this point, I don't think we're going to get the breakup that we're looking for, but that's all right. We give a little bit back. Nothing substantial. Full disclosure.
Spears, NIO.
Yeah, there it goes. NIO. Yeah, so I believe so what we did have here is this trend line broke, but I think that we would have climbed a little bit higher faster at that point. Is this the best entry? Not necessarily. So there is a little bit of a support level right here. If this holds up at $24, then I do believe we can go. But if it breaks down, then watch out. The downtrend will probably see some form of continuation. All right, so we'll keep that in mind. Los Polios, daily hammer could get it to 230 over the next few days and we'll swing NVDA. Hey, listen, man, I'm all about this name continuing to climb a little bit higher. We talked about the open interest on the options chain with this bad boy. We hit 218 here today, so not too horrible of a recovery from the previous two sessions of sliding. I thought this was going to be the move, 233 and then all-time high by the end of the week. Not necessarily the narrative, but that's okay. We'll just continue to hold on to it. And if it came anywhere close to this sub $200 marker, I was just going to grab a little bit more. What's next on my list for actual long-term buys? Starts with a G, ends with an L. We just love this company. I mean, it's probably my most favorite company that I don't own, surprisingly so. Owned it before, made a bad mistake of letting it go, and just not really understanding what was going on. Because if you, hindsight obviously being 2020, but if you actually, I don't know why I'm saying this, but if I actually did a little bit more due diligence, then there's zero reasons, in my opinion, to ever let this stock go when I did, and I learned my lesson. That's everything about trading. Let's send it off to Dara.
Keep an eye here in TMC. This one has bounced a little bit since 12 p.m. It looks like at 12:04 p.m. a newsletter from the New York Times was released about TMC. It looks like just a profile of the metals company. I believe the title was something around how one company is trying to mine the bottom of the sea. So nice spotlight here for TMC. Seems to be helping the stock a little bit. Also worth noting, I believe there was an article, I think, from the New York Times yesterday on them as well. So TMC getting some articles. As you can see, we did have a spike here into the close yesterday. So keep an eye on TMC. It looks like a lot of news outlets are covering this one right now. Back to you.
One that I've been watching for a while. It's interesting because they have this proprietary extraction methodology that they basically send this drone under or in basically the depths of the ocean, in some of the deepest parts. They extract these nodules. They're like these black-looking kind of rocks, and essentially they're packed with rare earth magnets, minerals, and heavily packed, and some of the most concentrated in the world, but obviously very hard to extract. what my understanding is, and I haven't looked this up in a while, so you may have to double check this, they're still waiting for regulatory approval to be able to go through that extraction process at the bottom of the ocean. Obviously, environmental effects are you know, a top of mind there. But you know, just based on the way the current geopolitical situation is, and the fact that China dominates this, not just from an extraction angle, but from a refining angle, it's just a matter of time until the Americans throw their hat into the ring. Hence why I'm in MP, hence why I'm in TMC. Look, I'm out of the money on TMC, but it's in my long-term profile, so I don't really follow it all that much. I like the company, but they're yet to really prove that they are a viable company with revenue and everything like that. So you're gonna have to take a shot on this one. And so that's all I have to say about that. Guys, Fluffy coming out with a fantastic call there. IDP, shout out to the Fluffsters. Good look here, Assassino. Look at this one ripping up from, she gave this to me at like 310, 315. Into 382, it goes down though into 345 as people take profits. Watch out here. INDP is the ticker. And so if you're looking for the small cap gapper type names that we all know and love, then that is one to look for. But guys, VERU's breaking down. It's on the move. That's going to end the trade for me. Decisively lost 6, and it's bleeding its own blood now. So we'll go here. No positions at the moment. Going to keep a close eye on that. I'm looking this up, Mike. Mike PD Ryder is like, Sharif, did you see that giant chasm in the earth that the earthquake in Turkey did? Look it up if you ain't seen it. It's wild and massive. So I actually have to see this. I'm assuming, Mike, you're talking about the earthquake that happened, you know, a couple of years ago, right? The one that I was referring to, that Fahad was trying to raise money for. Just let me know, Mike, if that's what you're talking about there. Yes, it is. Okay. Shout out to Mike PD Ryder. Let's look in earthquake in Turkey. I'm just going to put it in like that. Images. Oh, my days. Is this it, Mike? Is this it for real? Like this stuff right here? Turkey, Syria, earthquake ripped huge. It's a massive new canyon. That's sick, it, he says. Man. Yeah, that's hideous. Yeah, man, that's just a kind of...
Make a full one there.
Yeah, plate tectonics.
Yeah, the tectonic plates, man.
Tectonic plates.
Yeah.
I was going to say something.
Have you ever been to the Grand Canyon?
I haven't, actually.
Oh,
which
man.
Is funny because I've been to Vegas a bunch of times, and people usually make the trip when they're in the Vegas. They take a bus.
Is it close? Isn't it in...
it's like a couple hours.
It's in Zoner,
yeah, but it's a
it?
few hours. Or,
yeah.
Fact check me, chat. How far is it? Have you been hearing about geothermal energy? Do you know what these guys are doing?
Yeah, man, extracting heat and stuff from the ground.
Yes, man, they're pumping water into the ground, and it's forcing it's like a cyclical thing where it heats the water, and they just basically take the steam out of it. And it's like it's a hack, almost. But some people are worried about it causing the same type of issues that fracking does, which is you're screwing up with the Earth's, you know, structural integrity.
Yeah, man. That's like extracting. Like, why do you think there's so many? The word's not coming to me. But when you take too much groundwater out, you just have these massive holes in the ground, and then eventually, what's the term I'm looking for?
Which one?
When all the ground caves, sinkhole. There we go. That was like that complicated. But anyways, yeah, sinkholes, man. When you start to remove all of this stuff, I don't think that's necessarily bad. Like, we just been pumping oil out of the ground for how long? I don't know how much that's.
Fracking is what screws it up. It's because like they force the oil out through pressure. So. And they have to break the rocks. I'm not gonna go. I know it's a whole political thing.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into
down
all
south
that.
Where. You know, if you're on one side of the political spectrum, you support fracking. If you're on the other, you don't. That's for you guys.
Are you a chemtrail guy?
No.
No. All right.
Contrails.
Yeah, they're
condensation trails.
Oh, okay.
But hey, let's be honest about it.
Yeah, let's be it.
Don't we know that they seed, cloud seed in Dubai, in UAE, because they don't have enough rain?
Yeah, they
so
do that.
We already know that they're doing that.
They're doing that.
So
Yeah, they're actually doing that.
It exists, right?
Yeah.
And they're not contrails, bro. Yes, Armenian muscle.
Yeah,
Let's get the controversy going, baby. Sharif took the vaccine, remember that?
Oh, did you?
I had no choice. I had to see my sister, man.
Yeah, I had no choice, man.
Right, but yeah, that's the way it is. Chemtrails have been exposed. Look, man, I don't know. I'm not going down that road, y'all. Gotta get me.
Yo, this one guy I used to play hockey with, obsessed with the chemtrails.
Yeah?
Like, oh, man.
I respect
you have
everybody's
no
opinion,
idea, man. It was actually,
But the people who think the Earth are flat, That's kind of where I have to draw the line.
You didn't think it was flat?
No, I've never thought it was flat.
Not?
At any one point. No. Because from a physics perspective, it makes no sense, right? Guys, INDP is above 4. It's been above 4 before. It's a 418 high, but it's right back above 4. Here we go again. Shout out to Fluffy. Shout out to everybody else who called this one out. I'm not involved with it yet, but I'd like to watch it a little bit more. You know, when you get into these levels, guys, we start thinking here, you know, $5. And I know Fluffy doesn't like that. Well, what can I do about this, Fluffsters? You know, that's just the way it is. We're going to give this one the old community college try, and we're going to stop out below 374. We got to give this one a little bit of room here, though, Joey, lest it stop me out prematurely over here. So I'm going to send it to you while I throw in my orders.
Yeah, Jesse, man, be careful now.
What happened?
Be careful. You gotta. He's out for his walk right now. I seen him on the old camera. The dog walker came in and take him out there, get him rocking and rolling. Ryan O'Day, I say, man, I'm done with Meta right now. We did have that high of 642. Bang, 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 bang. We like that one from 617. The long-term portfolio, like in this bad boy. Support level broken, and then you're just not finding any form of a bounce just yet. Let's see where the volume-weighted average price is. We're way south of that bad boy. Maybe we take a little bit of an attempt on it via FBL. We don't have METU here, guys. We took a hit on STI right here. This was, we gave back half our day on that bad boy right there to the downside there, Shreve, so not too good of a look there on that specific trade. But nonetheless, let's rock and roll and see if we can get this party started on Meta for a potential bounce. I like the continuation. JPM 313, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Every dog has its day, as that goalie said to me one time. And then sure enough, bang, here we go, off to the races. And I don't think we're gonna stop right now. We need this move. DRAM, how have you been performing? Pretty good, Sharif. But you know what isn't right now?
What is?
Is my boy NASA. Even though we did get somewhat of a recovery, we're gonna buy a little bit more here. Again, I only, listen, if I'm putting a couple grand in this, I grab a couple of shares at a time, DCA into this bad boy for the long term, and hold on to it for a handful of years and just really not even pay too much attention. Obviously, it has exposure to SpaceX, 10.7% of this actual ETF's holding is that specifically, and then I believe the next highest is going to be Rocket Labs and ASTS and so on and so forth. Now, heading over to our small cap scan, Shreve, I don't want to go over too many of these bad boys as you've been rocking them, but Hellcat over here breaking down south of that specific trend line there. So maybe we're not going to get any form of continuation, but VERU coming off of the highs there as well.
VERU. All right, I saw you come up here adjusting the camera. I figured there were probably an interview coming. All right, guys. Look, we're in INDP here. I'm going to give this one to $0.75. We've taken out the majority of the position, but it's dilly-dallying with 4. It's losing 4. Below 375 ends the trade. But just before we send it up for the interview, I want to mention there is a very, very aggressive seller at 441 to 443. We're going to have to stop out there as it does lose the $0.75. But if you're to get back in that 443 level, again, a very staunchy seller, 441, 443, somewhere in around that. Keep that in mind. Prior bar low on the 5 is 357. So you could earmark 350 as you're out if you want to get in here. All right, Assassino, let's take it away.
Very excited to have Doran Vesser, MD, on the show with us, the CEO of NVU Medical, or FEED. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? Thank you for being here with us.
Very good. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm feeling very good. Thank you.
Let's get right into it. Can you just start by providing a brief description of your company for those who aren't familiar, focusing on what it is you do in the sector in which your business operates?
Sure. So NVU Medical is a medical technology company which has developed a GPS-like navigation system for feeding tube placement. And the NVU navigation system is already FDA 510K cleared for adults and is already being used across the United States in multiple hospitals. And if I may say so, the opportunity over here is significant. About 13 million feeding tubes are placed every year just in the States alone. It can be in elderly patients, adults, preterm infants, babies. And despite the skill of clinicians, about 5% of all those tubes, about 600,000 tubes, can be, unfortunately, accidentally placed in the airways or the lungs. And if that occurs, this can potentially lead to serious complications and also increased healthcare costs. And what is our goal? Our goal is simple: help clinicians place feeding tubes safely, efficiently, and with greater confidence.
Can you tell us a little bit more specifically, I guess, how this NVIDIA navigation platform works? How widely used is it? I understand you guys have FDA approval as well.
Yes, so I think, again, the easiest way to think about the NVIDIA system, it's like a GPS navigation system. So it's based on electromagnetic technology where there's a special localization sensor at the tip of the feeding tube. And by means of that sensor and additional sensors, a graphical pathway can be presented on the card, on the screen, and it directs the clinician, be it a nurse or dietitian, where the feeding tube is within the patient's body. And if it's steered, unfortunately, into the lungs, one can immediately identify that, pull back the feeding tube, and then insert it again into the food pipe and from there into the stomach or small intestine. Like I said, the system is already 510K cleared. We're active in multiple hospitals across the United States who are using the feeding tubes on a constant basis. And we are, if I may say so, addressing three major challenges. One is patient safety. The other one is the workflow efficiency. And last but not least, healthcare costs.
Let's get into, I guess, speaking of the healthcare space a little bit, there was a peer-reviewed study related to your technology released by the American Association of Critical Care Nurses recently. Can you summarize the findings from this report for us?
Absolutely. First of all, it was an independent peer-reviewed study which was conducted by the Innova health care system, and as you correctly said, published in the Critical Care Nurse, which is affiliated with the American Association for Critical Care Nurses. I think what one should state and what makes it in particularly important is that the researchers had no financial relationship with NVIDIA. They independently evaluated the system across their 5 hospitals. And in this evaluation, 531 consecutive feeding tube placements were evaluated, and what was reported? 0 lung placements. What one could also demonstrate in this trial, in this article, that there was a 67% reduction in pneumonia, which can occur in feeding tube patients which are in critical care units, and also significant savings in nursing time, which is very, very important, less confirmatory chest x-rays, and savings across that hospital system of over $1.5 million.
Thank you so much for going over that for us. Sounds like a very, very comprehensive report. You know, sticking with the topic of nurses for a second, what can you tell us about NVIDIA's value proposition in relation to the recent shortage of nurses?
Well, since COVID, I think that we believe and what we see is that the healthcare systems are facing significant staffing shortages, especially among nursing teams. And what hospitals are telling us is that they need solutions that improve efficiency without compromising patient care. And like I said before, one of the findings from the Innova study that 350 nursing hours were saved simultaneously, while at the same time improving clinical outcomes. And our goal is not to replace clinicians. It's to provide them with better tools so that they can spend more time caring for the patients and less time dealing with repeat procedures, additional imaging, and workflow efficiencies.
So looking forward for the company, which growth catalysts would you say that NVIDIA is most focused on right now?
We see several important catalysts. First of all, is to continue our commercial expansion, expand our commercial footprint across the United States. The second thing, if I may say so, is leveraging the momentum from this independent peer-reviewed publication, which we can believe can help accelerate hospital adoption. And the third thing is to continue gathering clinical evidence and generation and growing awareness among clinicians. And if I may say so, we've also identified opportunities to expand this navigation platform, for instance, into pediatrics and maybe also future clinical applications. And if I may summarize, if I look at the company today, I see a large market opportunity, an FDA-cleared product, growing commercial adoption, independent peer-reviewed validation, and what we believe may be an important inflection point in the company's growth trajectory.
Can't wait to see what's next for you guys. Thanks again to Doran Besser, MD, CEO of NVU Medical. Again, FEED is the ticker. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much, and thank you very much for your time and questions.
Thank you to Doran Besser for that great information from NVU, great interview from Adair. Thank you very much. Shall keep tabs, of course, on the stock and the developments there. Thank you again to NVU. All right, Joey, while we were gone, a lot did happen. INDP, that big mover all the way down, halted on INDP at 335. We're going to keep an eye out on this one. I'm still keeping an eye on VERU here, even though VERU did kind of break down. Let me just throw in the ticker and the chart. I do apologize. Just one moment. I'm seeing a lot of bottoming tail candles here on the RU, VERU that is. And these bottoming tail candles are indicative of aggressive buying at $5. Now, we do have that 575, I want to say 70, 5 2/3, whatever in that area. That's resistance. You see the topping tail candles there as well in the same way that you see the bottoming tail candles into 5. So I don't think that it's all over for VERU, but if we get above 575 to 6, I think we may have another opportunity to get back into 7, but that'll have to happen first. Everything is breaking down now except these bad boys. IOVA, about 10 pennies, 9 pennies, in fact, off the high, and ABCL. Ominous triple sixes high. ABCL trading into that $6.66 area. It's a good looker as well. Much slower of a mover, and you're not getting much of a move, but a predictable one that you may be able to size into. I haven't quite looked at the volume profile for this one, but a lot's breaking down. STI on the way down. FOXX is breaking down. INDP is breaking down. RDW, MNTS. There's a lot of weakness right now in the world of small cap gappers, Joey.
Absolutely. Nice work, Trap Man, for real. That's what I'm talking about. Your connection really worked out, man. I mean, you're saying, hey, Joe, we're talking about some of these 2:30 calls. I'm assuming that they're expiring tomorrow. And you're like, hey, I believe you got them at $6 at the peak. They were up to almost around $11. So not too bad whatsoever, man. Good stuff, brother. And I'm glad that you had the ability to appreciate those, cash in on those, and just walk away and have a good time. Who knows? This thing can continue to climb 41.5% at the money IV, but that's the plays that we were looking for. That was the idea leading into the earnings report, was to exceed the expected move. We didn't get what we were looking for, and it's unfortunate that you just eventually had to take a loss. I think I paid like $50 for a couple of contracts, so you're not going to write home about that or cry about it. I have other things to cry about, apparently. So, I mean, there it is. There it is, man. Let's head back to our watch. Let's see what gold has been up to. I want to get involved with some GLD. I mean, it's not looking too good right now, but you can see prices really starting to compress. Now, the next question for me is, which direction are we going to head in with this bad boy? Are we going to get a whipsaw move and a false break? Maybe. Or are we going to breach through some of these support levels and maybe have the exact same scenario? If that's the case, well, guess what? Anything south of $400, your boy's a buyer. We're sitting on some cash. We offloaded some IBIT in the mid-40s. Congratulations on that bad boy. And then we also offloaded a little bit of Netflix, so we can just sit on some powder and buy some good names, hopefully relatively cheaper than what they were not too long ago. We had Google to the tune of 13% off the highs. Do you grab a little bit of 0.5% here and there? I think so. I like the name. For the next couple of years, there's going to be no questioning about that. To be honest with you, this is just my opinion, that debt raising is literally chump change. And I mean, it's not chump change, but it's pennies on the dollar to me for what these guys can potentially bring in. $900 million monthly active users on that bad boy, and we know what the CEO was saying. We would have made a significantly amount more money if we had the more compute, but that's not necessarily the case. The subscriber base is still continuing to grow, and for some reason, I don't know why, YouTube digital ad service didn't come in as we were necessarily expecting, but just watch out for that to continue to move higher, man. There's so many streams of income for this company. I like it for the foreseeable future.
We love you right back, Shaka Trades. You both are the duo bros. No, man, you're the duo bro. All right, guys, look, VERU's back. It broke 575, and it's trying to get into 6. The high is 733. We're showing 585, but we're working into 6. You know, it's a good hold of 5, man. It really is. The candle that is distracting me, though, is a 1235 candle, the high of which is around 6 1/5, okay? So number one, I'm hesitant to get in front of 6. I'm concerned that 6 will be a lower high and an area of resistance. And then I'm more concerned about that candle, as I mentioned, 1225 into 6 1/5. But I'll continue to watch this. Look, I don't have to have the best price, because if I get in now, I got to give it to VWAP, right? And VWAP is like 5 1/3. So that's like 50 pennies worth of, but you know, 50 pennies worth of risk could be a good one here for $1.50 more. 733 high. I'm just, you know, making the assumption that this tests highs again. So I'm going to continue to watch VERU. It seems like it's the best of the bunch here, but I also want to mention ABCL has been knocking on the door 666s for a while here. So something also to look out for. Now, what I'm trying to spot as well on the 5-second chart is a repeat offense pattern, essentially looking for the higher lows to hold up. And so far you're getting it. Area low into 497, area low into 512, area low into 535, now area low into 555. So on the 5-second chart, you are getting that higher low, higher low, higher low pattern, but that doesn't mean, you know, that's an automatic break of 6 and 6 1/5. So something to look out for there, something to think about, but VERU looking fantastic on the day. I think this one caught a lot of people offside as a long. I think a lot of people were short and they got decimated there because it absolutely ripped up from $2.11 to $7.33 in about 20 minutes. So yeah, that's the kind of price action.
Did you see this?
I like Andrew Yang.
Tax the AI, tax the robots, stop taxing humans.
There's a lot of Democratic candidates that I don't see eye to eye with.
Yeah, but
Andrew
you like this guy.
Yang is one of the people that I think is a good, you know, he's a former billionaire, right? Or I think he is actually a billionaire. Yeah.
What happened?
No, I former as well. Former businessman, I should say.
Okay.
Like,
but I mean, like tax the robots?
Well, I think he was trying to play off the Bezos pitch.
I think so,
to give the bottom 50% of earners no tax.
Yeah.
Because it makes so much difference for them to hold on to their tax money than it will for the government to tax them. I think he's trying to take that and run with it.
What do you think the chances of that ever happening?
I don't know, brother. I have no idea. I mean, I'm assuming you're not taxing the robots, Joey. You're taxing the company that is using them.
No, I know,
right?
The question I should ask is, what do you think that they would ever eliminate a federal tax on the average individual, on the lower half, right? I don't see that.
I don't think you're wrong. I think it's a tough proposition, whether it happens or not. I think we've seen some, some more weird stuff lately, right? Like, I don't think that would be the weirdest thing ever. So, continuing to watch here. I got back into VERU. I'm giving VERU to 560. Doesn't hold up 560. Now I'm going to be adding along the way, small positions, little by little. I'm giving it to 560. That's my area low. 555 technically is the area low, but I'm looking at 560, and I'm looking for a clean break of 6. You're already up to 610, triple top on the 5-second chart into 610. I'm going to add into 560, and if it loses that, it loses me as a trader, Joe.
All right, man, good stuff. Let's see what we got going on. I have to listen to a little bit more Leafs garbage and see what's going on with that. organization. There's STI, right? So we're now down towards the volume weighted average price. You see this uptick in volume. So could this be another opportunity? I mean, we did give back half on that one trade, which isn't good off of the multiple momentum. And that was our only loss on this specific name. You see these pops higher, but we just added a little bit more, looking for an additional move. But it did just establish that lower high and started to come back in here a little bit. Multiple scalps on this bad boy, so not too bad of a look whatsoever. We already were taking a gander at some of our top performing sectors here today. Let's head back there and see if there's anything that we find attractive. And where's all the strength lying? Healthcare, once again, 2.8%. Financials really starting to gain some ground on the healthcare sector, 2.8%. Real estate, industrials, communication, energy, and then we have the tech sector at the bottom of the barrel right now, straight down 1.5%. So not too good of a look whatsoever. But I mean, hey man, small potatoes, small potatoes. Let's try one more attempt on this bad boy here on STI. If it wants to break, see, the thing is the momentum is definitely gone from this name currently. I'm not saying that it can't step back in. Maybe we want to see some more data displayed before we do, and some more trend lines being breached before we look to re-engage aggressively on this specific name. All right, now let's head back to our watch list and see what we got going on there. We talked about DRAM and SanDisk MU, really strong here today, guys. A big time recovery. How has ARM been performing? Yeah, back up to 389, but a lot of people talking about Netflix and how it's just been a dog's breakfast. I mean, I completely agree on this. It's not good. We talked about support levels being breached, and there's just different trades in play. It's unfortunate. We're in at a pretty good price. Like, it's like $90 or something. So even though we're $9 out of the money, we reduced some size on this. And I mean, if it heads lower of 75, I don't want to have to sell the bottom. So if we continue on this path, which I feel we're going to right now, then I have to sell a little bit more and get a little bit more less weighted in this specific name and sit on some more cash, which I have no issue, because I just buy a couple more tech names and some more financials. JP Morgan looks like it wants to finally get going here too.
Yeah, stopped out of VERU. It didn't hold 60, nor did it hold 50. It looks like it's back here to VWAP, and it's being set up by an ugly inverse hammer candle, looking awfully topping tailish as well. Let's see, it's still holding VWAP here, but I'm gonna let this one go for now. Let's see if it can reclaim trend. So that is my look. Also, INDP just rocketed up again off the area low 250. It just rocketed up to 325, 330. So INDP trading below VWAP, which is just a little bit below the volume weighted average price, 357, 350, in and around that area. CODX is above in the OG. Let's look at Codex. Oh, back into the 60 penny area, you say. Okay. Pull this one up over here.
Where's the Codex?
Do you remember Codex as like that Microsoft support for video games? Do you remember that? Like if you wanted to play, say, like a game outside of DOS, it would have to be using Codex. And it was like when what's his name? Altman came out with that name. I was like, isn't that already being used by Microsoft?
I was never a PC guy. I remember the first PC game that I ever played was like the original Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
on
snap.
PC.
Hold on, Grand Theft 1?
Yeah, like the original,
like
the
2D
bird,
one.
the bird's eye, the bird's eye,
well,
the bird's
I
eye
played games
view.
before that,
Yeah.
but yeah, Milton Millionaire says yeah. Who else? Anybody know it? Codex. Oh, it was ECS. Okay. Royal Locano says okay. Casey. CODX was my baby the other day, says Case. So I bet you made a lot of money on that one, Case.
Casey.
14% and change here. CODX up into 643 Bovin, but holding trend below $6 though, into about 590, trying to hold the 10 EMA on the 5. This is CODX, the ticker. Not bad, but definitely a little bit light on vol, quite frankly. Volume on the day, 1.26 million shares, which is kind of low. 1.12 actually, sorry, 1.12. So yeah, we'll keep an eye here on CODX. Shout out to the OG Bovin. I'm gonna give this one another try here, Joey. Okay. We're gonna give VERU. I'm gonna give this one a little bit more room, just so that it can kind of, mess about, so to speak, without stopping me out here. So local area low is gonna be about 5 1/3. right? That 5 1/3 pushes me out of the trade. We're also putting some higher lows, but we got a lot of resistance at 6. So it's whether or not we can take out 6 decisively. That's going to kind of make or break this trade. So we're trading smaller size than we did earlier on the big move. Obviously, don't want to give back, but you know, fact of the matter is, you don't take shots, can't do anything about it. So we're in here at 75, dropping down into 65. I stop out below, VU up at 533. That's good. Pardon me. That's going to be my move. I don't know what the hell is going on with Meta here. People keep yelling about Meta. And
yeah, I literally have my eyes
on
here. I have my eyes on it right now.
Neither
literally,
does Softy.
Like FBL.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just looking at it because we did have a trend line break on it, but we were strong earlier this morning to the tune of us almost hitting into that $640 marker, right? So we get to 642, a little bit higher than that, 642 on the day. And then sure enough, we just continuously are bleeding here. So, I mean, it's a tough look. Do we want to try to catch a falling knife? But this is me just doing the most basic of TAs. We have this downtrend. We have this indecision print on the low. We get a little uptick. So what I want to see within this secondary trend right here, or this minor trend, is another indecision print forming a higher low, and I think that's going to be the green light for me to go here on META. We were strong, man, and I thought this was going to be the move where we entered the gap, but look where it's correlating with, right at the top end of that gap. So, hey, not much demand to fill that or partially fill that specific area. So key pivot at that level might take a little bit more time and more liquidity in order for us to climb higher on this bad boy. I think it's trading at like 18 times or something, so it's still relatively cheap. Maybe we get involved, or so you see the institutions get a little bit more involved in META. So that's what we have on our radar right here, guys. And there's some liquidity issues here on FBL. Typically more volume within that 74.49 million, but you can see it, how spotty it is here on the lower time frames. We head over to the 5-minute time frame, not too bad, but lower time frame running into some issues. Now, we talked about BM&R, Robinhood. The level, listen, $35 support level here on this bad boy, IBIT. That's going to be key, because if that breaks at 35.40, it's AC Slater to that and some more downside, unfortunately, within the crypto space. Now we're at a pivotal moment and a key inflection point here on FBL. Do we find that pivot that we're looking for in order for us to enter this long trade? We have to be a little bit more patient and wait for the signal to be printed, and then we can engage. Now, as for HPQ, how have you been doing? Not too bad. In HPE, $53, still coming off of that $64 high there. Let's see, alert stock scan. We went over this, our scanner. We can go over to the cap. Nokia is just continuously at the top of the list from a volume standpoint, surprisingly so, especially in the larger cap names. Marathon Digital, that's a great question, Joseph. Way to think of that. Pardon me?
Adi, we used to call him the Mara.
Yeah, it's like he knew, like he came in every day. He's like, yeah, don't even really ask him what he's trading. You know he's getting involved with Marathon Digital. Hopefully he likes it, and hopefully he's been trading it as of late, Trick, because it's just been from $7 all the way up to 15. You grab 100% return. With you see these cryptocurrency, these Bitcoin miners transitioning or attempting to do so into the cloud space. So yeah, not too bad of a look there.
Unreal, man. Unreal seller here in the mid-80s, but they're getting killed here at VERU. Into the 90s we go. There was a big seller at 81, but they could re-up here into 6, ripping into 590. The RU is moving again. What do we got? 75s, nothing really to write home about. It's a thick trade, guys. There is a lot of selling. There's a lot of short selling here, but it looks like they're just got decimated. Oh my days, above 6 it goes. Let's wet the beak. They're looking for a little bit more now. 650, look for resistance at 650 again, okay? We can't even get through the mid-teens, single digits. There's aggressive short selling here, guys. And there has been for, I'd say, a 30 penny range. It really starts aggressively coming in at 80s, and it's aggressively coming in now. But hey, we are putting higher lows, at least locally on the 5-second chart, looking for a hold of 6. You know, I don't think we've cleared 6 decisively quite yet, but, you know, this could turn. But look, the area high here is 616. So we know there's a seller of note at 616, and down goes Fraser into 580s again. The breakdown again into 75. What a move down. I told y'all there's aggressive short sellers here into 560, recovering into 75, back into 80. What a move. What a rejection. But the fact of the matter is, it's still putting in higher lows and higher highs. It's just the shorts are super aggressive at their levels. Whether or not we can outdo the shorts and get this one back into 7, we'll have to wait and see. But whew, that was an aggressive move down. Up in what do they say? Up with an escalator and down with an elevator. There we go. Can't get right 929. Morning, guys. Thoughts on CXAI, Google, going UO?
I'm assuming this must be up.
Going up.
Because we got the O next to the P
yeah,
on,
that makes
on,
sense.
yeah, on the key.
I don't know anything about CXAI, but I do really like Google. I think it is the Mag 7 ETF, and I think at the right price, Google is absolutely a buy. Okay? I didn't always feel that way, especially, you know, with how Gemini performed initially, but they have since improved that and then some. I think they've got a lot of great product pipelines, whether you want to talk custom ASICs through TPUs, whether you want to talk cloud, you want to talk search, you talk everything, man. They've got their hand in every freaking cookie jar, and they do it well. I like Google. I think this one is past some of the concerns, the era of concerns that we did have with the company. I think that's behind them now. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly that I mentioned this earlier. What I do believe is that it's my most favorite stock that I don't own anymore.
Yeah, same.
So they're literally.
I was telling Katina, man, that's kind of the way I felt about Lily as well. I got
Eli
Lily,
Lilly,
right?
yeah.
And, you know, that was obviously a stone cold buy. I know Neil has some. I know Sean has some.
Eli Lilly, yeah. I mean, for me, it's just be patient. We talked about the pullback that we experienced in this name, and I'm going to look to get re-involved in it. And I have a longer-term horizon. Was that the bottom? I wouldn't be surprised. But we'll be a little bit more patient on this bad boy. 360 could have been a good entry. That would have been $12 ITM right out of the gate, and at the low from peak to trough, or this pivot trough, anyways, 12.33%. Who's going to complain about that? I think, I don't know what level we're going to be calling this thing a discount at. There's multiple things that I like at Katina, man. Did you know that you collect a 21-cent dividend on there? So we like it even more. So, I mean, I can't believe that I offloaded this thing during the tariff tantrum. It is what it is. We don't cry over spilt milk. We just continuously look forward and try to get involved.
Can't blame yourself on that one, bro. I mean, like that one dipped super aggressive. How the hell were you supposed to?
Yeah, exactly?
Like
Exactly, man. That's why we're just gonna come back, buy some more, and hold on to it for a long time. It is what it is, and we're gonna continue to plan out like that. Like, why would I not want to own this name? Like, we don't even really talk about Waymo anymore. Like, who even really cares about that?
Oh, did you hear? Okay, so I'm gonna send you this video. In fact, I was actually kicking myself for not sending it to you.
Yeah.
They're coming up with their own platform now. They're tying,
But that's probably why Uber's been getting smoked.
Hold on. No. Well, okay, possibly, but that's not what I mean.
Yeah.
Remember how we were always talking about the iPace costing $250,000?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yes,
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
Very cost-effective one.
Okay.
I think it's with VW.
For production purposes. Yeah.
And they already have some of those in circulation.
That's good. Well, like, I mean, in all reality, you couldn't have been overly competitive with Tesla if you're going to be $250,000 a vehicle.
I mean, there was no way they were going to compete,
like,
right?
you can't.
There was no way they were going to compete and be sustainable.
not feasible.
I want to find it. I'm going to find this Google platform here. I just want to keep my eye on the trade, obviously.
I'm going to give you, you pull that bad boy up, we'll ramble on here a little bit.
Yeah, just for a few seconds.
I want to see that too, because I think it's key. Because if we're talking like 40K, you can get yourself into a cyber cab. You have zero chance of competing at $250,000. And then how long and how many rides? How many rides is it going to take to pay that off? Yeah.
So it's like the VW bus. There's another one though.
Pull that bad boy up. It looks hot garbage, but I mean.
Who cares? I don't know if this is it, guys. I'm not sure if this is it, but it was a Bloomberg, I think, that had the video.
You know what
Just give me a second.
what I really like is the
new
Zoox
car.
I like the Zoox vehicle.
Here it is, Joey. This is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the Waymo 1 fleet. New Waymo LA-based robot. This
I
is
did.
it.
Yeah, I think I might have seen that. Yeah, okay, that's not so bad, man.
It's got a lot of sensors.
A lot going
it's got
on
the
there.
same thing that we were talking about. And Geely, yes, it's Chinese. And Google pays. By the way, they pay the tariffs on this. And it's still cheaper.
It's still cheaper than partnering up with Jaguar.
But then, of course, it becomes a politically sensitive issue.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Should one of the most valuable American companies be importing Chinese electric vehicles for their fleet? It is a sensitive issue, whether we want to admit it or not.
Yeah, I get it. Like, but you can't have any of the legacy companies here providing that other than Tesla.
can,
Maybe
like
what you
Ford
think
and
Ford
GM,
can?
but
They don't
I don't
really
think
have
they're prioritizing it,
The
to be
hell,
honest with
heck
you,
no, man.
But-
And at the price that these guys are paying,
Yeah, and you're not going to compete with the Chinese
pull up
on
the
price.
Pull up the Zoox vehicle
It
for me,
sucks,
quick.
man.
You don't like it?
No.
Come on, man, just pull it up for me.
All right, man. What is this? Zoox Smart Online Dating? And that's what I'm
There you go,
looking for.
Zoox.
Zoox car.
Amazon.
What's going on over
I
there,
don't think
Katina Man?
it was an X.
Katina
yeah.
Man's short? I bit short. The Katina
There we
Man's
go.
I bit short right
There you
now.
go.
Here it is. Yeah.
I like it, man. You don't
Okay,
like
bro.
this?
It's like, I don't know, man. It's got no soul.
Wow.
You don't know what the hell it is.
But it's all
right?
window,
Like,
man. It can go both ways. It
What the
can
hell?
go. It doesn't need a specific direction, man.
What do you think about this, Assassino? I need a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, get it,
That's
Assassino.
crazy, man.
I wish I had more hands.
Oh,
So I can
you
give
can
this
get
car
the
4 thumbs down. No, I'm
Wow,
joking.
you're gonna what's bro's name from what's Russell
Charlie
Crowe's
Murphy?
movie? No, man, Gladiator. What's the brother's name again?
I don't know. I told you. You asked me Gladiator last time. I told you I saw that 25
I
years
keep
ago.
forgetting his. I forget. What does Tiffany think about it though? Is my question.
All right.
She said
Tiffany.
so-so. She said
Tiffany.
so-so on that
Tiffany,
one.
this car, is it
Thumbs
even
up
a
or
car,
thumbs
Tiffany,
down?
or is it like a cube
Let us hear
with
about
some
it.
wheels? It looks like a vehicle in the airport.
yeah, no, you
autonomous
know what?
vehicle
It does.
vehicle. Actually,
We're
I don't disagree
throw
with
that in there. We're not.
And if
gonna
you're wondering
disagree.
who is this Tiffany
Yeah.
that we're speaking to, that you guys do not see on camera.
Yeah, I don't know if the world
She
is
is
ready.
part of the new production
to be
team,
introduced.
and we're very happy to have her on, man. Assassino, of course, Andre has been helping her with the training, and she's been killing it lately. We're very happy to have her on. And there's going to be a role for Tiffany here. We can't really tell you what's going on quite yet, but there's some stuff coming. Trader TV Live, always doing it live, as her name indicates.
What's bro's name again? Jesse, you're cheesing.
But Joey,
me, man.
I gotta be honest with you, brother. I think this is the move right here.
You like that
The
one
move.
there?
Yeah. It's 3 rows.
Yeah.
It's super cheap because your friends at Geely
Yeah.
know how to make cheap EVs. And if Google can look at this. And if Google
Yeah,
can
that's
somehow
pretty cool,
keep
man.
the politics out of this, I think this could be a
Yeah,
new
but how
EV.
long is that gonna last?
That's a good point, and that's the problem.
Looks
right?
like a gondola.
Looks
Thanks
like
for
a
me.
gondola.
Yeah.
Get it, Ram? Was that Ram?
It's probably for the Zoox thing there.
It was for the well,
Yeah,
exactly,
well.
right? Anyway, a little here, a little there, guys. We're
Commodus. Yes.
we're having a lot of trouble clearing 6 here, man. On the RU here, VERU. It's putting in higher lows, but those topping tail candles through 6 have me feeling like the shorts are really earmarking this one for a big move down. It's just a spidey sense. I'm going to continue to watch this. I give it to VWAP. Let's see how this cookie crumbles, because if this goes without me, I'm going to be angry. So let's just let it go. VERU is up 160%. It's, I want to say $1.50-ish off the highs, but kind of accumulating here for a possible 6 break. I don't know how you guys feel about this. Bro, I said that like 6 times. What did you say, Jesse
Were you
Hernandez?
just trying to tell me you said Commodus a bunch of times?
I love Jesse. So good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're having a good time over here. What time?
NEXR really broke down there, right, Sharif?
that?
NEXR. It's so see on to the next
CLOV.
one there. On CLOV, Clove.
Clove. Who was that calling it out? Shout out
Clover
to
Health.
Matt Carnes, quadruple 6. Yeah, this is not bad, but it's kind of consolidative here, Matt. It's just kind of moving a little sideways, but big move up initially. You're absolutely right about that, right at 930. And then, we've been holding a 92 to 98 penny range, so a 6 penny range for a few hours. But I didn't have eyes on that. Thank you for pointing it out. All right, we're going to pause for a second. We're sending you to the big desk with Adair.
Google. Looks like the company's announcing a new data center and energy investments within Texas. We know a lot of this is happening in Texas. Shout out to the great state of Texas. If I get anything else, I'll let you know. Back to you.
Texas, I can tell. You don't like her, though. You don't even know who she is.
All my exes
Come on.
from
Come on.
Texas.
Who knows about that? Come on.
Who?
She's from Texas, I can
Who let the
tell.
dogs out?
Come on. Who loves country music? Nobody in the chat is coming. Hey, there we go. Ella freaking Langley, man. I know you don't like country music, Joey, but I like her.
I like Texas.
Yeah, and there's all these hilarious videos of people trying to like propose to her at her concert and stuff like that. It's, anyway.
You see your girl got married?
Yeah, Dua.
Yeah.
Tough one there, huh?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's devastating.
She got married at City Hall,
Yeah.
eh? You saw that? Yeah, she did like a City Hall thing, man.
Oh, but yeah, not here.
Salt of
obviously.
the
Yeah,
earth kind of girl, bro.
Yeah, man, it
Salt
happens,
of the earth,
man. It'd be like that sometimes, Sharif. Sometimes
VERU's breaking down.
VERU's breaking down, but
Yeah.
what we do right now is slight ITM here on FBL. Let's see if that can get rolling here for us. You want to talk a little bit about VERU?
It's at
or?
VWAP. This is make or break moment now for VERU. If it loses VWAP, I'm out. It's really that simple. So we're just gonna keep an eye out on that, Joey. Send it. I'll just send it to you so I can throw in some orders.
Yeah,
here.
do it for sure. Joe, no, not really. Hey, man, listen, you gotta understand, I'm half Jamaican, right? We don't. Anyways, Meta, AMD, what have you been doing here? How are you doing? What are you up to? Oracle up to 233 here. Palantir, IBM, Qualcomm. We'll just run through our list. How has Marvell been doing? Did somewhat of a discount, just recovered, sells off a little bit, and then it's just like, yeah, that doesn't even really matter right now. We'll go over to our overview and see what we have from a market cap standpoint. We're just gonna keep our eyes on this bad boy just in case it hits $1 trillion. Are we gonna allow it to go there without us? Absolutely not. But we do have to wait for a pullback. We can't chase. If you do have the ability to sell CSPs, I would do that all the way until $1 trillion if you ever get assigned. Shares obviously appreciate a little bit more than the premium that you'll actually be collecting. Keep that in mind. So play with a little bit. P, that doesn't even matter because AMD's been trading at like 300 times for however long. We're going to send things off to Adara.
Quantum sector, as we wait for the Quantinuum IPO QNT to open, we have some news in the space. Keep an eye on QBTS, IONQ, etc. as the Energy Department of the U.S. announces that the U.S. and Japan have launched a $1 billion Genesis mission partnership to advance quantum science, fusion, and next-gen computing. So again, $1 billion partnership involving quantum science on watch here for these quantum names. Let's see what Quantinuum gives us. Back to you.
I used to have a friend named Mansour. Nice. He works at Zoox himself. Yeah. So let's see if we can climb, man. I mean, we're in at 61.
What was his background?
I couldn't even tell you, man. It was just my one little friend from elementary school. Smart kid, too. I'm sure he's doing great in life. I hope he is. Haven't seen him in probably about 25 years plus. Anyways.
S-O-O-R or S-U-R?
S-O-O-R. Mansour. Yeah. Shout out to him and all those kids. You ever think about those kids you went to elementary school?
100%.
And see
and
how
I
they
still see a lot of them. That's a funny thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I'm in conversations with some from elementary school, but that's it. Tesla 420 here, guys. We don't want to buy Marvell just yet. 420, 14 here on TSLA. And then as for the other names here, guys, Twilio, ServiceNow. I mean, a nice recovery. There's a trend line there. We went over the majority of these. CoreWeave, how have you been performing up to $108? And then we also have Oklo and SMR. Where's the guy from work? A guy from work. You still holding on to some of these shares? Man, oh man, this is taking a while to get rocking and rolling. And I can't believe we're still off of that $56 high. Well, I can, to the tune of 80%. So it's going to take some time for these names to recover, and if they even do, to be honest with you.
All right, I got stopped out of VERU because it broke VWAP, but S-Dot is moving here. Shout out to TT Mass, shout out to Bovin. They're all calling this one out. 899 on the dot resistance. This one could see 10 pretty quick, so if you're looking at building your position, look for a pullback and then looking for a move above 9. That's first and foremost because we haven't cleared that yet. And then if it really starts squeezing, we're going to be looking at 10 here. SDOT done 2.4 million shares on the day. There it goes through 9 for the first time on the freaking day, and it's ripping. And there's 945. There's 960. I told y'all this is going to rip through 9, and it's going to halt up here. 952 limit up. Just watch. Yeah, I couldn't get the print, but 952 limit up. It's ripping through the levels. This one probably will glance at 10. We are halted on S dot 41%. So big move up there for the dot. And as soon as that one broke 899, the shorts were basically caught offside, and this one absolutely moved. So SDLT looking fantastic here. 952 limit up, halt time 13:26:41. Earliest will be open is 13:31:41. So get your alarms ready. Do whatever you need to do. How does this guy know? Hold on, where's Jesse Hernandez from again?
He's from Texas.
He's from Texas.
Yeah.
How does he know about
Yeah, but he
Brampton?
doesn't, man. He's playing games right now. He's just,
Is he like searching stuff about
Yeah,
Toronto? to
probably.
troll us?
Yeah. He does because that's what he do, man.
You talk about Brampton all the time, but like
Yeah, we're in Ontario, bro.
there's
Shout
no
out,
way,
man.
like, you know.
Shout out Jamaica.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Big up yourself.
shout out to Jamaica, of course.
Yeah.
There you go. When's the last time you've been?
3 years ago now.
3 years ago, eh? You go a lot?
I used to. I try to go once a year. My dad's
Tried to
birthday.
go
Well, I
once a year?
tried back in the April.
How close to Kingston does your old man live?
An hour and a half or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like that ride, man. I
Nice.
love
Yeah.
driving. I love driving down there. It's on the opposite side of the
Is
road.
it? I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
Hold on, Cayman Islands too, right?
I wouldn't know. Never
It was
been.
like the British one with the British.
Yeah. It was definitely. I remember.
Interesting. I didn't know they drove
Big up to me.
on the left side of the road. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Pure potholes.
Well, I know that.
A lot of potholes.
A lot of potholes.
Pure
huh?
potholes.
Well,
yeah.
they probably learned from Toronto.
Yeah, well, I think if anything, they might have originated the pothole. I think over there.
Cayman Islands are awesome, says Excel Cart.
Yeah.
STI.
What? OJ
I
James?
can't block that one.
OJ James?
Texas Jet fan, but that's funny.
What do you say?
You can read it if you want. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right, the comments now. Loving this. All right, we're having a good time today, guys. We're still waiting for the dot to open up here. Big move up on SDLT, 41.04%. I don't want to say it's a new trade because it did definitely break out at around 10 o'clock, but the volume really dropped off. The volume just started picking up here at about 1:15, so we're not even 15 minutes deep into the big volume prints on SDLT. By the way, VERU is breaking down below VWAP, so good out there. I want to mention that RDW has been consolidative essentially the entire midday show, but it has a very clear area of resistance and support. Look at that $22 area rejection, and then look at the 21.25, 21.33 area support. So that technically would be a higher low. So RDW could be a mover in the afternoon to retest those 22.75 highs. Keep an eye out there. MNTS as well. We had a dalliance with this one. Some positive, some negative. 1650 resistance, showing 16.25 now with a 17.18 high a day. I'll submit to you the real resistance level, likely 17. And yeah, that's really all that I'm watching anyway. I'm just waiting for the resumption here on the dot. I have another couple of minutes before this one resumes, so we shall keep you guys apprised. People are saying FFAI. We have Randy in the house? No, not quite, so we won't pull that one up yet. FFAI is Faraday Futures. Where are we at? Well, we're doing nothing, brother. We're down 0.16. Randy, I was just mentioning Faraday Futures. Any update from that company? Zero, eh? Yeah. Nothing going on there with Faraday. Because they had a pretty interesting looking car, if we could call it that. Can I show them? Can I show them, Randy? Well, you might as well, right? We talked about it here. Yeah, well, no, you're not the only one, right? Faraday, Future, there we go. Let's load this bad boy up. If we can show this, Tiffany over here. Images. Faraday, this is the car, guys. This is literally the car. This is not even a concept. Now, I don't know how many of these they produced, but this is, where are the other pictures, man? Show me the damn picture. Faraday Futures. Let's load this up over here. Is this the one? Load it up. Oh, this is the actual site, man. ff.com. Pre-order now. Let's see how much this is going to cost, Joey. Oh, $309,000. What a good deal. That's an excellent deal. I've a thrifty deal if I've ever seen one myself. With a car that looks like this. For a car that looks like this, a measly 310 American dollars will get you this car here. And, well, I don't know. Well, they got the rear screen. See, that's the funny thing. Like, what costs several $100,000 as an American product is basically what you get in China for $80,000. Like, they have all this stuff, right, in some of their cars. Like, I'll just call it the L9, the Li 9, right? The Li Auto L9 has a lot of this kind of stuff. The rear screen, you got hand gestures, it opens, it closes, does the whole thing. Open, S-Dot, ripping into $10. The dot's on the move, baby. $10. Are we gonna halt here? No, ripping through the levels. I can't even hit the keys. I can't even get an order in. Oh my days. Into 1060. The breakout's on, guys. 1080. Are we showing halt parameter? Halt parameter, 1080 here. Showing 81 on the ask. This is really moving now. S-Dot. Wow, big mover midday, up 60%. Gonna halt. 10, 8, 0. We're halted on S dot. Wow, that's 2 straight up halts in a row. See what this one is doing here. Any fundamental reason that this is moving? I don't see anything, guys. Nothing from today, nothing from yesterday. So yeah, trade this one at your own peril. It is unsupported with a catalyst, Joe.
All right, good stuff. Iran bombing the
Iran?
shorts. Yeah, I should have probably read it before I actually said it out loud, but I get what you're saying here, man. I mean, nothing crazy, to be honest with you, but we'll take it. 5-minute time frame, opens up, sells off a little bit, puts in this nice indecision print. Okay, well, I don't know why my thing just randomly pulled up S dot. But hey, nice work there, Sharif, as that thing's gone absolutely parabolic. We'll head back to IREN, 62.15. Excuse me, not too bad of a look there. And then also take a look at MNTS. I know Sharif was trading this not too long ago. Nice bull flag, and the volume starting to kick in on this bad boy. So we'll keep an eye on that. We're still sitting in this FBL. We'll pull that up here. Liquidity issues, 2.25 there almost on this specific name. Let's find this recovery, right? We were told you we're being patient. We're waiting for that indecision print around the lows, and then now you're starting to find somewhat of a rebound. QNT, let's pull up that if someone's tagging me, mentioning that name. Yeah, I can't even pull it up here. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not open. Is it open yet? You want to use shares if you held Honeywell through. That's the IPO here today. Let's see what we got going on here with this bad boy. Quantinuum. All right, we're not open just yet there, ladies and gentlemen. It is 1:30, so what are we waiting for? 2 o'clock maybe or something along those lines before it gets rocking and rolling on the NASDAQ here, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Now it's open. Bang to the downside. QNT straight to the downside here from $68 all the way to $66.20. Let's see if we can find some form of a rebound to the downside. $2 just like that, Sharif, on Quintin. Good timing. We were talking about it. It finally opened up. So there it is. Bang. Let's see what we got going on.
67 showing up, Joey. 68, seller at 67.39. Big seller at 39. Watching. Nothing. Printing above 39. Let's see if there's another attempt at it. Into 20. 25. 39. Repping into 67.80. Here we go. Could we see 68s? Watching mid-80s seller, 85, 86, into $68 we go.
Narrative flipped.
What are you thinking here?
Oh, dude, as I was going to say, man, 68 into 70s. I said that. Literally, narrative changed on that bad boy.
The narrative
horrible, 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 horrible. Let's see if we can get rocking and rolling that one. Let's see if we can print 70s there, my boy. Boom, boom, shakalaka. I mean, hey, man, nothing to really write home about. We want to continue to climb. Are we going to halt up there, Sharif? Oh, no, not quite. I mean, this thing's extremely volatile, guys. Be careful of this. 69.90s. 68 would have been more ideal.
70s.
Yeah, man. Not too bad. Let's pull that bad boy up and see what we got cooking. I mean, it's nothing crazy. There we go. Printing 70s now. This thing is on fire.
It's killing everybody.
Yeah, this thing is absolutely insane, man.
It's
be cautious.
Very intense.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing. Yo, it's funny. Look at my charts. Same time frame. 2 different displays. Here we have a green candle, there we have a red candle. What is going on here? Not too good of a look on this bad boy as QNT just obliterating a lot of people. We should have got out of the top, but it is what it is.
All right, still waiting here for S dot 1332 13. It is 1336 currently, so we're gonna open early as 1337 13. Let's see exactly what time it is. 36:23. Okay, so we've got another 50 seconds or so. The earliest we will be open on SDOT. Let's keep a close eye though on QNT. So I'm going to put it on my side chart here, just to see what this one is up to. Did it clear set? Oh, it's not even updating. Okay. Trading at 67, 68, 67. So big move up into 71. It basically gave you no liquidity there. Oh yeah, no fun, huh? It's just the SpaceX one. I think is probably going to be the. Yeah, that's all right there, Katina, man, no problem. Brenda Marie, 38. S dot has nano float. Yeah, I don't mind that. Like, I know some people shy away from for low floats. I'm not one of those people. I'm in fact one of those people that espouses low floats because they allow for parabolic moves. Yeah, so I see here either 737,000 or 744. What do you see, Brett and Marie? What do you have there? So I have, you know, essentially 750,000 plus or minus, you know, 10, 15,000, something like that. So continuing to watch that. Just waiting for the dot here to open up. What time do we have? 30. So this is going to be a 10-minute halt here on the dot, right? We should have opened up about 15 seconds ago. We didn't. So we'll pack the patience. We'll see what we get. We won't get upset. Shout out to my man Neil. What did I have to say? Oh, by the way.
Oh, what?
Huge guest tomorrow. Eric frickin' Jackson is coming in studio. Who remembers this guy? They used to show up at Drake's house all the time with the open door. Adair is going to be interviewing him around 2:30 or 3. We're going to see exactly when he comes into the studio. We're super pumped to have him on. Great retail kind of investor. You know, he doesn't get a lot of love from the mainstream media, but that's kind of why I love him a little bit. But shout out to Eric Jackson. He's going to be in the house in studio tomorrow. Only took me shaming him online to get him to come in. You know what happened? Did I tell you the story?
Yeah, you told me.
I told you the story? Okay, cool. So we're super pumped to have him in tomorrow. So if you want to see what he has to say and what Adira has to ask him, you're going to join us tomorrow sometime in the afternoon again, 2:30 to 3. Go ahead, Adira.
And keep in mind, I spent like hours going through this man's entire X account for that open door infographic. Like, I have a lot of info. I have a lot of questions. I'm very genuinely excited and interested in what he has to say.
Fantastic stuff there. It always comes off better when the interviewer is genuinely interested. So get ready for that tomorrow. Dara's going to kill it on the interview, and we're very excited to have him here. We had Ehrlichman, you know, come in last week. Pumped about that. Big name as well. Jackson coming in. Who's next? Huang?
You think Jensen?
Sue?
Lisa?
Yeah?
No,
There we
man.
go, man. Let's go.
Sorkin.
Sorkin?
Yeah.
You think he? Yeah.
No, we get JB.
I like Sorkin.
We get JB maybe.
JB?
Yeah.
Ooh, Josh Brown. Yeah, well,
I'm gonna ask him about Toast.
He's not even 6 degrees of separation. He's more like 1 degree of separation because we've had AJ Peretz many times.
Okay.
And he's obviously very close with JB. So
Yeah, we'll see if we can
it's all
get
good there, right?
Yeah.
PCLA says Marv. Let's take a look at PCLA. Pardon me. Let me just throw that in there. Oh my days. We've got multiple halters, guys. Here we go. This one is absolutely ripping up 53%. It's an $87 million market cap. It's done 88,000 shares on the day, okay? So be careful with this one. Halted at 734, opened up. It looks to be about 901 area high into about 956. This is really moving here. PCLA, police constable. I don't know, something or another there. Give me an LA name there, Joey. PCLA. So this is really moving. Be on the lookout. Look for the loss of 894, I believe. That's the 895 is candle low. Oh, baby. 980 high. PCLA on the move, but trade it carefully. It's very low volume. I'm not going to be touching it, given the volume there. Still waiting for SDOT to open. Let's see how this one does when it opens up, Joey.
All right, good stuff. Man, you guys are...
What happened?
You guys are comical, man. Blicky and Jesse.
Blicky?
Yeah,
Blicky's a good one there.
Yeah,
I like Blicky and Jesse.
And Blicky's relatively new, too. Just
Blicky Spears?
I mean, making his ground here, suggesting crazy interviews. But anyways, guys, let's see. Guys like bringing Chameleonaire.
It's the most random
Bro,
one ever.
what was this song, too? It was a
Who
one
would
hit.
you like to have on? Somebody like reasonable. I can shame them online, see if we can get them in.
I would have to be Tom Lee or Dan Ives.
Dan Ives would be great, but
Yeah.
I don't even want to shame Dan Ives.
No, I wouldn't
I
want to.
like
No,
him.
but yeah, why do we have to shame them? We could just have a
It's the
conversation.
only way to get their attention
Oh,
sometimes,
oh,
right?
okay. Well,
Like,
then there you go. If you want to do that, then
Big Danny Ives.
Your boy Tom Lee
Tina
asked
Man
him.
was on a podcast
Well,
with
look,
Dan Ives.
Yeah, I remember. He was last year. He was doing that. Well, then there you go. You can message to your boy Tom Lee and ask him what the heck happened to BM&R and the
Yeah, I don't
whole-
think I'd have anything positive to say about that.
Well, I
So
mean,
if
what
don't
you
have
said to
anything
Eric
positive-
wasn't overly positive, but it was stern and
Oh,
straightforward.
but I'm not against the open trade.
No.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, man, what are you doing here? But then why wouldn't you even go toward in the same direction as to Tom Lee?
Right.
Like what happened with BM&R and
Yeah.
the Ethereum case?
Hey man, look at this. This is open door here. Let's show this if we can, Tiffany. I mean, it's been consolidating since the beginning of the year. 425 support, 550 at the extremes, 6 resistance. It's a lot better than where it was last year. This week was a penny stock, right? So you never know how open door can change. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, S-Dot's open. Here we go. Holding 11. Let's see if it fills the gap. It might be filling the gap as we speak. The halt level prior was 1081. Let's see if we can maneuver into this. Here we go. We're wrapping up. There it goes. It's going without me. The spread is insane. It's going to halt up again. I just tried to get into it. Level up. We're going to limit up again. 1265. Stop laughing. Why do you keep laughing? I'm trying to be serious here about these halts. 1265. Limit up. We're halted again. Bless you, Fabian. Bless you, Fabian. Look at the recovery on Crowd, but PanW not recovering the same. Both had earnings beats. Yeah, because Crowd was hit a little bit more aggressively, I think, than PanDub. But yeah, you never really know. I don't really worry about the day in, day out. I like my trade. If it, if it ends up going back into 340 where it got into the aftermarket, fantastic. If it doesn't, it'll be one that I give back a little bit on. You're right there, man.
Yeah, Jesse might be the funniest person on the planet, man. This guy, the stuff that is my type of humor. You know how Soulja Boy was the first? He always says he was the first rapper to do this.
Yeah.
Jesse's like, Soulja Boy started this investing stuff. It's crazy. Anyways, it's not that funny. And this, you know. All right, man, you got me literally crying in tears.
This guy,
all right, yeah, I'm
no
trying, man. But when I start laughing,
you get that.
I get going.
Yeah,
I get the giggles, man, because it's the dry humor that really gets me. Yeah, here it is. I'm Marvell. You literally have me.
Reportable. He's going to report you again.
For what?
Man.
I didn't do anything. I'll block him.
Goodness, this S-Dot. That's twice in a row I tried to get in. Twice in a row I failed. Like, it rips up. Like, I'm going to have to offset by $1 here next time. This is crazy.
I'm going to keep my eye on this QNT stuff here and see if we get any break of the volume-weighted average price. We did bounce off of that $63 bottom. Now we're trading $3 higher, so we'll keep an eye on it. If there's any form of a rejection, you would definitely have to order shorts for this bad boy. But you're up 10%. The initial flush right out of that open from, I think, what did we open? What I do believe we opened up at was 67.93. And it took about a minute after the open in order for you to get that $3 pop to the top side. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, and you can see that we're slowly starting to curl over. Yeah. All right, man, let's find some other things to trade here. STI breaking trend once again, been hovering around the volume-weighted average price. You guys can see that we're still sitting in this FBL trade as the market continuously grinds higher. The SPY and the NASDAQ, is this all-time highs for these names? No, not quite. We're about 1% off, respectively, on both. So we'll keep an eye. We did have some form of a recovery on Walmart yesterday. We've seen the rotation out of some of the tech names and into some of these staples. Costco, Walmart, and TGT, Target, finding its way. So this is what we want to see some of, and the banks. The banks are help leading the SPY to the top side. We've seen sometimes the NASDAQ performing better. We need the financial sector to really participate in order to help us climb to those new highs. And I believe that with JP Morgan finally starting to recover with a high of 313, I believe, on the day or something along those lines. And then now continuing its climb. What I do like about the banks is that you don't typically see too much crazy volatility with them. And when they have strong sessions, they just tend to go. And I wonder if that's going to be the narrative on today within JPM. We have Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs hitting all-time highs. You are getting a pullback here, Sharif, 313, but that's a nice move here in the financials. I'm not going to complain about that whatsoever. Opening up around 304, you climb $10. That's not bad, man. Especially JPM been lagging its peers when Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley have been putting in all-time highs day after day.
Let me ask you a couple of things here.
Absolutely.
All right, so I've got my banking watch list here.
Yeah.
JPM, don't look, is down still on the year. How much do you think it's down on the year?
Percentage-wise, 8%.
Less, 3 1/3. So not bad.
Oh, on the year. Okay, yeah, year to date. Yeah, year to date.
All right, but you know who's getting clipped and remains getting clipped? Schwab.
Charles Schwab.
11.5, but Goldman outperforming here, 24% year to date. You've also got the likes of Morgan Stanley, pretty much just behind Goldman, 23 1/3.
Yeah.
But who else is getting clipped? A bank that's used to getting clipped. Wells Fargo, down 12.5% year to date, outdoing Schwab. Bank of America also down 2 1/5 on the year, but you got Citi recovering almost 16%. As I mentioned, Morgan's doing pretty good here. The Canadian banks too, man. Hey, shout out to Canada. They're green. And a lot of the reason is they earmarked fewer dollars to loan loss provisions than they had been anticipating. We were worried on this side of the border that a lot of people would be unable to renew their mortgages because they just wouldn't qualify, right? Because they would have negative equity in the home and they'd either have to put more down, which they probably didn't have, or they would have to be forced to sell their homes. That hasn't happened, and we haven't had, we don't really have foreclosures. We technically do, but we don't go through that avenue. It's called a power of sale, typically, unless Alberta has its own laws. But we haven't had a huge spike up in power of sales. So the banks have been continually doing a little bit better. And I got to tell you, a couple of years ago, I would have not had that opinion. Halting down, SDOT, 1139, halt down. Ironically enough, this halt down still is a higher low relative to the prior bar low. The prior bar low is 11 on the dot. We're halted here, 1139. So we're still holding trend, whether or not, it looks that way. So SDOT down now here, halted. Halt time, 13:47:59. The earliest we'll be open, of course, is adding 5 on top of that, 13:52:59. Let's see how this one opens up, what kind of price action we get. But yeah, just to go back to the Canadian banks issue, it's something that we were actually really concerned about, and we got more concerned when we saw the banks really start moving money from one side of the balance sheet to the other and earmarking that money for losses that they were anticipating. It hasn't happened that way. I hope it doesn't, I hope it doesn't happen. But look at this. Look at our banks here, man.
Yeah.
BMO, look at this, up 28.5%. TD, up almost 22%. Even Royal Bank, like the old one here, up 14.8, so almost 15% of the year.
Are we surprised by that, though?
I was, and I just finished explaining why, because I thought that we were going to have, more mortgage defaults. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I know, but
it didn't happen that way.
Banks always win at the end.
Somehow, some way, right? Unless it's a great financial crisis and you got to get bailed out.
But then eventually they end up winning at the end of the day too.
We did.
It's just like your favorite company of all time, Air Canada.
Yeah, so good.
Catch the bailout.
So good.
Catch the bailout.
So good.
And then just continue on your merry way. That's a stock that I will never own.
No, I'm not interested.
No, I remember I owned it a while ago. We'll pull up ACTO.
Oh, would you do that to yourself?
I'm talking like this was years ago. Years and years ago, man. I was
Can I say something?
in my early 20s.
In the mid 2000s, like when I was going from England, I would love to take Air Canada. I hated taking Air Transit because Air Transit would land in Gatwick and Air Canada would land at Heathrow.
Yeah.
And Air Transit just had these old ass airplanes. They were all like old Airbuses. Air Canada had like the latest Boeings, and they had Air Canada, right?
Air Trash Canada.
Trash Canada. But then they had TVs in the seats when nobody had them at the time. The entertainment systems.
Yeah.
It's just been downhill from there. Like,
I don't think, well, ask Rob how he feels about Air Canada.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't get him started.
Don't get him started. I don't think, listen, this probably has the worst customer satisfaction rate out of probably all. They don't give a bleep, dude. I remember, so the reason why I liked Air Canada years and years ago is because my Visa card would collect Aeroplan points, right? But Air Canada allowed you to use it as cash dollars.
I didn't know that.
But then they revoked that, right? So like it's like X amount of well, no, like cash. So if you wanted to buy something via Air Canada, the trips or anything like that, your Aeroplan would equal a fixed dollar amount. So like 10,000 points was like $300 or something.
And it's not that way anymore?
They don't do that anymore.
So how do the points convert now?
It's just Aeroplan points. So
I know, but like how do you like what's the ticket value? So if I say $1,500 ticket,
so it's like 50,000 is like maybe the equivalent to $500.
Okay.
Something along those
so something
lines,
like
right?
that. Okay,
yeah.
STAK about to touch high day, says the OG Bovin. Let's take a look at Stack. We were looking at this one yesterday, of course. Many jokes about this one being stacked and all that kind of good stuff there. Yeah, look, Bovin, it's definitely not got the type of profile it had yesterday on the left side of your screen. Let me just throw in a vertical trend line over here so you guys can see the difference between yesterday and today. Throw that on there. So that white line there is the divider between the aftermarket yesterday and the pre-market this morning. Just so you can kind of see that. Let's put STAK on the ticker over here. And yeah, Bovin, this has got a nice sort of bull flag pattern. It's just super lightly traded, but the pattern is what it is, and you're getting higher lows. You're holding above that $4 area. In fact, you're trying to take out 4 1/4 into 4 2/3. Sorry, a third. We go, so we could be seeing the $0.5 here, and it's up another respectable 20 3/4% on the day. This is a day 3 play, mind you. This was really moving on Tuesday. Had a good day Wednesday, a bit of a lighter day today, but up nonetheless to the tune of 20 3/4%. So stack, one to look out there. Shout out to the OG Bovin for calling that one out. Let's look at a trading screen here. Let's see what this one's doing. STAK. On the NQ. We got a 5-penny spread, which is manageable. 33 on the bid, 38 on the ask as we kind of put in higher lows. Looks like it defended that 4 area quite well with a double bottom there, Bovin. Good look into 4, and then you're printing 30, 40 pennies in the money if you were to take that print. So keep your eye there on STAK. Not a bad look. SOXL almost up 50 points, says Ricardo, senior trader. Let's have a look at that one. Bring in, that's a SOXL, which is the, what's it called? The semi-bull ETF. Wow, look at this ripping here. SOXL still down 4 on the day, but certainly off the lows at 230. Into 270 we go. SOXL to go green. Got to get a little bit above that 280 area. So about $11 or so from that level. Yeah, look, man, the semis, you know, they got clipped today because of Broadcom, obviously, still down 11 2/3. But hey, man, ASML, all-time highs. Who can complain about that? I'm certainly not going to. Marvell, all of a sudden, is now positive on the day and 11.5% up since the bell. It is up 4.8% on the day, but it really has recovered from the bell onwards. What else we got? We got good strength in semis today in some areas. Look at that second column here. That's green. That's percentage change since the open. Look at this, Katina, man. This is percentage change since 4 a.m. Look at the Greensville since the open, since we moved up basically after that bell rang. Why are you laughing?
Because
you okay?
with the glasses, man. Oh, yeah. You know what they call
the aviator.
One day Sean Strickland wore a do-rag in the gym.
I'm laughing today.
One day Sean Strickland wore a do-rag in the gym, and they called him Deshaun. So that
This guy can't hold it together today. Yeah, I love it. It's funny. It's just not collapsing funny.
No, man.
But good vibes, man. Good vibes. No doubt about it, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good there. The chat loves that. All right, man. We're having a good day today. I hope everybody's having a good one with us. About 5 minutes or so left on the show. Don't the boys owe us 5 minutes from yesterday, though?
Well, I told them to stretch.
Oh!
I told them to stretch it this morning.
Stretch it, yeah. They weren't having that.
He had to go, yeah.
They weren't having that. No, we got to meet with Brendo after, too. So we still have to eat. Then we have to have our meeting. Oh, shots fired.
What do you say? What do you say?
Is that a Lulu shirt? I spotted that shirt a mile away because I have the same one, bro. I think I have the exact same shirt. That's fantastic. Yeah. Get it, Katina, man. Good look there. Shout out to Lululemon, man. They've seen better days, Joey, but they've seen better. But hey, man, you can't tell if you go into the store, as I mentioned.
Yeah, you're helping the churn rate.
Can I say something to you, though? Like
They're always packed, though.
15 minutes in that lineup for the change rooms. So, there's 10 change rooms.
You try things on before you buy them?
Of course. Yeah, you got to, especially with fitness
Fair enough.
You don't want to look in bad, Joey. At the gym, you do a lot
at
the gym. You know?
See, I'm the type of guy to just like, let me buy it. I know what I like, and then we just get out of there.
But you can visualize that on yourself, eh?
Yeah. Well, you know what you should do, man? Download one of those Google tools, right? And then utilize that. All right, guys. Let's see. Someone was mentioning Rigetti here not too long ago. We have been bouncing off.
Store, says Louis Sor.
He said it's a
women's store. He also said my belly was popping out yesterday.
Who said that?
Is Luis Suarez, the biter, bro.
Luis Suarez, eh?
People on their shoulders and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty priced. He's only,
I like him, bro.
He's only messing with you.
He's a prickly one, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Deshaun Katina.
HGH God, homeless God.
Who said that, man?
I haven't heard that term in years, man.
Crazy.
HGH God. Oh, that was bad, man. The 90s and 2000 bodybuilding was out of control. Out of control. Ronnie Coleman days, man. Jay Cutler days. Those were the...
Or Ronnie.
Poet is moving, people are saying.
QNT is back at the volume weighted average price now, breaching
it's
it.
Ripping.
So we're gonna wait for this 1 minute to sit on top here, and then maybe we can take another attempt on. There it goes, man. Just popping pretty quick is QNT. Not too bad of a look, guys. A couple minutes left here on the day. We missed our entry at that break. You just had to be patient. There was a supply zone at 63.50, held up at that level, and then now decided to break through. So yeah, missed off, man. Should have punched the 67s. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, though, right? How are the airlines performing? Considering we were talking about Air Canada here today, Sharif. Delta. This is your premium airline, though, on that one.
Wait.
No. I mean, that was the first one that came in.
Crazy talk, bro.
I mean, there's a million of those walking down the street.
You gotta get some glasses or something.
Whoa! You don't think the blue lights are working?
Whoa! Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So
sorry,
go ahead.
COVID is moving,
yeah,
guys?
Right,
so let's cover this one because it's a clean move here on POET. It's done a good amount of volume. We're a little bit less than 20 million shares traded on the day. But you guys saw what POET did in the aftermarket yesterday. It really sold off. It had a good morning. We got to the highs at around 2 o'clock, right after the midday show. 1582 is the high from yesterday. And here we are again, coming into 1566. So we're still below yesterday's high. So keep your eye here on POET. What a breakout through 1460. Fantastic flat top break. And while I tell you about that, let me tell you about this. SDOT is open again. It's trying to hold 10. It gapped down, but it is trending towards the higher end of the current 5-minute candle, with the current candle high being, I believe, 1073. Here we go into 1060 or so. Let's see if it can take out those levels. I have been very unable to get any breakout trades here on SDOT as it just rips up above my levels and, doesn't trigger my order as my order is sitting far below. So right now we're showing 1050 or so. Joey, I think if we clear 11 on SDOT, we could be in a million.
Why are you laughing?
Because you were laughing.
But you don't even know why I'm laughing.
I never know. I never know. Here we are towards the high end of the candle. Let's see if we can breach through 11, Joey. There's 11 right now. There goes 11. Let's wet the beak. Let's see if there's continuation. Showing 1105, 1099. There's no continuation, Joseph Options, through that $11 area. At least not yet. Into the, where now we get it. Boom. Into 1150. Big move up here for the dot. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. 45 showing up. Do we fail? And back into the $quarter. The third showing up as well. $half seller here. $half seller on the dot. Looking for a little bit more here, Joey. Looking for 40s. There's a seller locally at 40s. They killed him. We take it out at 15. Let's put in liquidity tester above 55. Let's also put 1169. See if we can get something there. Anything below 11, though, will end the trade for me. What do you got?
All right, good stuff, man. There it is, 2 o'clock on the dot. Yeah, exactly. They're ready to rock and roll. No, guys, in all seriousness, I hope everyone had a fantastic day. We're still sitting in this FBL. We'll probably hop out of it momentarily. We have the SPY and the NASDAQ both respectively at the HOD. We also have how has NVDA been performing here today, guys? 219.84. Yes, congratulations, Trav, man. Before we send it off, we're very generous here. You know what we are, Xerxes. We are kind with the time here. We continuously $12. Our boy bought this at $6, man. So there you go, 100% return. Way to have the diamond hands on that one there. They expire tomorrow. Congratulations, Trav, man. Jesse, Blicky Spears. We have Hangry Wife in the chat. Gorv, Los Polios, and everyone. We'll do a last-minute roll call. Donkey Trader, FJ. We mentioned Trav, man. Luis Suarez, Armenian muscle, tarp off in the profile picture. Crazy stuff over there. And then who else? A couple more. Sharif, Save Man Woman, and Side Quest, and Investor. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Deshaun Strickland, Soldier Boy, the first one, and everyone. Katina Man got a fresh haircut. We're gonna send it over to the boys here. And I hope everyone has a fantastic Thursday. It is Thursday.
Eric
right?
Jackson, tomorrow, 2:30 or 3, be here. Or be there, or be square?
Be
here, or
yeah.
what, something?
Be there or be square?
Be there or be square. All right, peace. Limit up, SDOT.